When I saw you in Lead me, Lord, lead me by the hand and help me face the rising sun. Comfort me through all the pain that life may bring. There's no other hope that I can lean upon. Lead me, Lord, lead me all my life. Walk by me across the lonely roads that I may face. Take my arms and let your hand show me the way. Show the way to live inside your heart. All my days, all my life, you are my light. You're the lamp upon my feet. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. You are my light. I cannot live alone. Let me stay by your guiding love all through my life. Lead me, Lord. Lead me, Lord. Even though at times I'd rather go alone my way, help me take the right direction. Take your road. Lead me, Lord, and never leave my side. All my days, all my life, you are my light. You're the lamp upon my feet. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. You are my light. I cannot live alone. Let me stay by your guiding love all through my life. You are my light. You're the lamp upon my feet. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. You are my light. I cannot live alone. Let me stay by your guiding love all through my life, all through my days. Oh, lead me, oh Lord. Oh, lead me, Lord. Lead
Good morning, dear teachers, and a blessed Sunday, of course, to everyone. And welcome to our fourth and final session. Napakabilis po ng panahon pag nag enjoy tayo at natututo tayo at the same time. So ito na po tayo sa ating huling session for this 3-day program. Few reminders po. Let's start with the accomplishment, of course, of our attendance link for the fourth session, which is up on our FB group page. So, nandun po yun. Kindly accomplish this. If you have not done so, you can do it after our synchronous session for this morning. Of course, welcome to our members of the i.LEAD family. Let's begin with our new lifetime members. Bigla pong dumami sila kahapon. Again, welcome to Ma'am Raya Discipulo of Xavier University, Ma'am Rodoria Guilo of Batangas State University, Ma'am Maria Teresa Bondoc of SDO Mati City, Ma'am Diogenia Adoptante of Cebu City, Ma'am Agnes Prado of Tarlac City, Ma'am Remalyn Cardenas of SDO Cagayan, Sir Erwin J. Etok of Zamboanga del Norte National High School, Sir Oliver de Guzman of Rizal, Sir Banaag Ganad of SDO Santa Rosa, MGL Christian Ladia of SDO Santa Rosa, Ma'am Edelina Pusong of Pampanga, Ma'am Ellen Doliente of SDO Santa Rosa, and Ma'am Maria Cristina Banjola of Quezon City. Welcome po, dear members of i.LEAD. And of course, to our annual members, we have Ma'am May Flordao of SDO Mati City, Sir Kelvin Paul Panuncio of CHCCI, Ma'am May Basbas of SDO Santa Rosa, Ma'am Irene Bolivar of Puerto Princesa City, Ma'am Marites Labagues of SDO Manila, Dr. Irma Bagarino of Rizal, Ma'am Josepina Villarreal of SDO Manila, Ma'am Clares Charity Mosquito of Cotabato, Ma'am Jocelyn Malikdem of Pangasinan, Ma'am Euphemia Betchaida of Camarines Norte, Ma'am Joanne Fel Liwag of SDO Manila, Sir Jason Aliben of Camarines Sur, Ma'am Nieves Lising of SDO Manila, Ma'am Elena Ocampo of Pampanga, and last but not the least, Ma'am Daisy Cabaden of SDO Mati City. Maraming salamat po for joining the i.LEAD family. Few announcement before we start with our session this morning. So unang-una po, clarification for those of you who are individually registered, meaning po those who registered and paid for their own registration fees, your certificates will be shipped directly to you. If you are registered by your SDOs, sa SDO po masiship yung certificates nyo. So maghintay na lang po tayo ng announcement from our SDOs when the certificates will be distributed to you. Sila din pong magsasabi, inform po nila kayo. Only those who are registered, yun pong mga nakasulat po sa listahan ng SDOs will be given certificates. Yung nasa listahan po ng mga SDO na ipinadala sa atin, SDO Santa Rosa, Manila, and Mati, who are joining us for this program. For those naman po who are individually registered and did group registrations, of course, you will receive your certificates. They will be shipped to the address that you gave us. Let me introduce to you our fourth and final session. Yesterday, I announced that it's going to be a workshop session. So let me introduce session 4. It's a workshop, an outline for a 3-year strategic management plan. This concluding session provides an opportunity to the participants to work on an outline of a 3-year strategic management plan using the principles and best practices provided in the previous sessions. The draft strategic management plan provides the highlights of their vision of student success and the general strategies of leadership and management they would consider essential to their complementary and networked engagements in their various roles in adherence to your visions. So we are doing this session, building up upon the first 3 sessions po that we had. Our expected learning outcomes, first is to write. So write po gagawa po tayo. An outline for a 3-year strategic management plan employing network complementarities of the school heads, supervisors, teachers, and other heads, and to evaluate the strategic plan outlines according to best practices and guidelines discussed in the previous sessions. So yung assessment po natin for this session will be whatever output that we will have from this session. So pwede po nyong i-insert yon dun sa ating file, yung Word file natin na assessment tool. I-insert nyo lang po siya dun sa session 4. Kasi same din po yung nakalagay po doon yung outline of a strategic management plan. So whatever output you will have from this session, yun din po yung ilalagay natin doon sa ating assessment tool. Okay, to help us with our workshop this morning, we have with us Professor Joseph Porfirio Andaya, who is a graduate of the Ateneo de Manila University, a retired college professor, a cooperative officer, a seasoned researcher, lecturer, trainer, and a seminar resource person in the fields of sociology, anthropology, economics, political science, disaster risk reduction and management, business continuity planning, and cooperative theory and practice. He retired from teaching early in 2016 and since then has published various peer-reviewed articles, with some of these presented in national and international conferences at leading Philippine universities, particularly the University of the Philippines, the Ateneo de Manila University, the De La Salle University, Silliman University, and the Visayas State University, as well as in Huachu Chalamprikit University in Thailand, and the Shandong Yingkai University in Jinan, China, where he holds the title of Distinguished Professor. Mr. Ndaya is a certified business continuity professional affiliated with the New York-based Disaster Recovery Institute International. He's currently the Director of Research, Development, and Publication Center of the Philippine College of Criminology in Manila. Ladies and gentlemen, dear teachers, let's welcome our resource speaker for this morning, Sir Jopo. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Can I just check on my audio if it's clear? Okay lang
Yes,
ba
sir.
yung volume natin? Okay, so
Malinaw po.
yeah, so thank you very much, Ma'am Ria, for the very generous introduction. And good morning to all our participants, no? Galing pala tayo sa iba't ibang sulok ng Pilipinas, no? And we are very, very thankful that God has given us a very wonderful day for us to continue our seminar series, no? In the past several weeks, we have had several disturbances coming in, and we had to weather some very severe, hydrometeorological disturbances in our lives. No, hopefully we all got out healthy and hopefully, no, more appreciative, no, of the life that we have been given by the Lord. So it's a Sunday today. We hated to get you out of your normal Sunday groove of attending mass, no, attending our rituals in church, but nagpapasalamat po kami at pinaunlakan nyo kaming ma-share sa inyo itong last module on educational management, and that's trying to draft, no, walking you through the steps of making a 3-year strategic development plan. Although it's merely an outline, no, strategic planning would take several days or several hours to accomplish. We will be introducing you an alternative outline, no, which you will be using, no, or which you may opt to use in guiding your institutions through the next years, no? Very, very VUCA years, as they say, volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world, no? So let me now try to share my slide, no? Check with you if it's on screen. Okay, is it on screen? Can you see it?
Visible siya, sir.
Okay, so thank you very much. Now, so let's proceed, no, so that we can go through a lot in these 3 hours that are given to us, no. So this module is a strategic planning workshop for educational managers, no, we will try to weave into it the things that we have learned in the past 2 days, so that we can have a kind of a clear or well formulated guide, no, for the next 3 years of our management in school. No? Let's set the stage first. No? A strategic plan, as you already know, and which I realize is a review for you, is simply an organization's outline for its direction, no? For a measured period of time. No? Usually, it's been done for a period of 5 years. Lately, most strategic plans have been shortened to 3 years, mainly because of the impact of the pandemic, and which made a lot of the plans longer than 3 years kind of shaky, no, and uncertain during these conditions. So many institutions have shortened actually their planning for a period of 3 years, no, realizing that things may change very rapidly within a very short period of time nowadays. No, another argument, however, would say that strategically speaking, the 5-year or even an 8-year development plan to a 10-year development plan strategically is still feasible. No, why? Because an institution would like to be guided by a vision that is somehow long range, that it cannot let go, even if certain disturbances occur in the interim. No? What I mean to say is this, no? If you set a goal for yourself, if you set a star for yourself, no? If you set a beacon for yourself as an individual, for yourselves as a family, and for your institution or organization, that beacon or that star should remain despite anything that would happen. No? This school of thought says that a long-range plan, no, from 5 to 10 years is still very much relevant, even during these conditions of uncertainty. Why? Because you don't let go of a vision, you don't let go of a dream, you don't let go of a star just because some typhoons, some uncertainties, some ambiguities happen to be in a way, di ba? Hindi naman natin babaguhin yung ating direksyon dahil lang may dumating na pandemya, no? Hindi naman natin babaguhin yung ating mga pangarap para sa ating mga institutions dahil lang may dumating na ilang mga sakuna, no? Na to be sure, niyayanig tayo, pero pagkabangon natin, dapat nandun pa rin yung between, no? Dapat nandun pa rin yung vision, dapat nandun pa rin yung direction natin, no? Hindi ko nagkaroon tayo ng mga sakunang ganyan, babaguhin na natin, no? Yung ating direction. Ay, ayoko na diyan, no? Ayoko na yung pangarap na yan. Ayoko na yung direction na yan. Dito na lang ako, mas maganda, mas madali, no? We don't do that, no? We don't do that. And we don't teach that. As teachers, as educators, we don't teach that to our students, no? We tell our students to set a direction for their lives, and this kind of education will prepare them for that direction and that future. And nothing that shakes their path should make them back away from that direction. Diba? Yun ang argumento ng iba, no? Although, no, some things have changed, we remain true to the vision, no? We remain true to the strategic direction of our school. So that is why we make strategic plans, no? So that we won't be deviated, no, from a long-range direction. No? The depth-ed strategic planning model is a very complex series of steps, no, which will force us to focus our attentions on specific stages of the planning process. No, we start from a vision, then from this vision we develop a certain mission or a kind of a rationale, no, for doing something, no, towards that vision. And then we also formulate our core values, no, from which we draw our objectives and define our key result areas, no. Our key result areas in the DepEd model would have us really specify certain planning indicators, no? For which we design strategies, and these strategies we unpack or we disaggregate into certain programs and projects that are specifically designed to carry out these strategies. No, these programs and projects are again broken down or unpacked into specific activities. No, tasks are distributed to assigned persons, resources are marshaled after being identified, and this management of these resources, personnel, tasks, activities, programs, projects, strategies, this overall management process, no, will be written down, documented, and analyzed for validity. No, people are consulted, no, especially the community, and after these consultations and tweaking and improvements, the plan is issued and disseminated. No, rather a very complicated process, but the DepEd strategic planning model really forces us to focus on specifics of the plan. No, this was introduced early on in early 2000s. No, even the acronym is very tongue twisting. No, VMV Ocratis Patres. No, now this planning model has given way to the school improvement plan. No, to the SIP. No, which is actually a bridging plan in the academic context, since it bridges the long-range strategic plan that we outlined earlier and the annual development plan, no, the annual investment plan that we will be making in a much more specific manner. No? So the school improvement plan defines the steps needed to achieve the strategic plan's long-term goals. It is more operational than visionary. It takes down the attention of the planning manager from a visionary level to a more tactical level. No, and it includes short-term goals with detailed actions for each goal. So the SIP therefore is a kind of a roadmap that lays down specific interventions that the school, with all its stakeholders, the community, partners, no, other schools within the district, no, and of course other government agencies, undertake within a period of 3 consecutive school years. No? And it aims to improve 3 basic areas, no, in terms of results: no? Access, quality, and governance. No? So we have the SIP in at least 11 processes. There are preparatory activities, the identification and review of priority improvement areas, or PIAs, no? The analysis of these priority improvement areas under the care of project teams that are organized for each PIA, and then they review general objectives and targets for each area, after which they formulate solutions, no, and develop project designs. No? It is only after these preparatory steps that we write now the SIP, the School Improvement Plan, no? While preparing the annual investment plan, which will fund and carry out the SIP itself. No? And then, of course, part of the cycle will be testing the solutions, no? And then rolling out the solutions for improvements. No? The last step, of course, is evaluation, monitoring, adjustments, checking progress, no, of the annual investment plan. Now, we are very, very familiar with all of this. No? The annual investment plan is actually our tactical plan in more generic terms. No? In other areas, in business, in cooperative development, in startups, in other industries, the tactical plan details how the organization will accomplish the goals and implement the strategies laid out in this strategic plan. No? So if we are now to envision the planning hierarchy, we start with the long-range plan called the strategic plan. we bring them down to the SIP, the School Improvement Plan, and the School Improvement Plan will be unpacked further in the Annual Investment Plan. So the SIP, therefore, bridges the details of the Annual Investment Plan, which is really our tactical plan, and the visionary goals of the strategic plan. So essentially, the strategic plan, therefore, is the roof of the lower level plans. It is visionary in the sense that it looks far ahead into a future that we intend to occupy and perhaps plan to dominate or plan to make our mark on. So beyond 5 years is a haze or an uncertainty of data, an uncertainty of conditions, an uncertainty of information. Right? The farther we go from now, the more uncertain we are in terms of our surety of what will happen. The certainty of our data will grow less and less as we move onwards from here. So between now and next year, we can have an annual investment plan or a tactical plan. We can set specific activities, we can set specific time frames, we can project costs, and we can very, very well attend to our key performance indicators, these measures of action and accomplishments, because we are very sure of what might possibly or probably happen during the next year. We are sure of a certain degree of our data. We are sure of a certain degree that conditions will remain the same. We are quite sure that things will not change as much as we expect them to be, to change within the next year. So a tactical plan is very, very appropriate for a 12-month or a 10-month period. The farther we go from now, however, between 1 year and 3 years, the less certain we are about our data, the less certain we are about circumstances. Okay. And so between now and 3 years, so 2 to 3 years from now, we cannot make specific plans already, like the tactical plan. We can only make a kind of a semi-strategic plan, the school improvement plan over 3 years, right? And the school improvement plan, although it is less visionary than the long-range plan, it somehow elevates also the directions and objectives and goals of our tactical plan. Beyond 3 years, 5 years and onwards, the less certain again will be our conditions. The less certain again would be our information and data. But that does not prevent us from making visionary projections in the future. We can make plans regarding our general idea of what 5 years from now would look like, and the kind of plan that we would be envisioning would not be really that detailed, but it would project ourselves into a kind of a position, into a kind of a share, in that future that we are planning for. In short, that long-range visionary plan of positioning, of situating ourselves in that 5 years ahead, will be able to guide us in developing more specific and more detailed plans in the short or medium term. And this short or medium term plan will definitely be our framework for the much more detailed and specific plan in the immediate term. So the tactical plan, the school improvement plan, and the long-range strategic management plan are a coordinated series of plans that hopefully will enable us to have a clearer look at where our school is moving towards, at where we are being directed by our leaders, by our planners. Okay, so what we are trying to offer, therefore, is a kind of an approach to strategic planning that you might find helpful, no, in developing your SIPs and your AIPs, your tactical plans. No, we will be adopting the strategic planning Lego frame, no, so called because they are like Lego blocks. No, okay? You remember our games, our toys when you were kids, no? The blocks that we put on top of one another in order that we can build a house or an engine or a plane, even, or much more complicated toys like stations, no, or airplanes or satellites or things like that, no. So we put one block on top of one another of the others, no, and carefully build our house or our station, our satellite or our airplane based on a vision of what it should look like in the future, no. As you notice, the building somehow takes a kind of a contrary direction in the building of a house, no? In the building of a house or in building a Lego toy, you start from the bottom, right? You start from the bottom. You build your foundations first, then you build your pillars or your posts, no? And then work yourself upwards, no? In the strategic planning framework that we are offering as a possible framework for your planning and management, we start from above, no? Okay. We start from the roof, no? The vision. Then we go down lower and lower, no? All the way to tactics, no? Because we believe in strategic planning that our immediate plan should be guided by long-range ideas on where we should be, no? On what our institutions could be like, no? And our intentions for positioning ourselves in that future. And therefore, from that vision, we plan out what we carry out as our mission in existence. Then we set goals, objectives, strategies, and tactics. Now let's go through this, no? Okay. And follow this 6-step process or 6 steps direction for a strategic management plan. No, we start with visioning, missioning, and valuing. Then we draw out strategy areas and delineate key result areas. We set goals and objectives. Then we formulate our strategies, plan tactics, and then check existing realities. No, this is a much shorter version than the VMV Ocratis Patres strategic planning model of the DepEd introduced around a couple of decades ago. No, and we believe that this may make our outlines easier without sacrificing the quality and specificity of our plans. No, so this simplification of the processes set out in VMV Ocratis Patres should not mean, no, a reduction in quality. It should not mean a reduction in clarity. It should mean a reduction in logical sequencing. No, it just makes things a little bit more simple. This follows the standard Deming's model, no, in business practices. No, the Deming's model is otherwise known as the PDCA cycle. No, we plan, no, and then after planning, we implement the things that are already implementable in the plan as they fall into the planning calendar. And after we implement it, we check if they accomplish the things we intended to accomplish in these aspects of the plan. No, and if things did not happen according to how we planned things to happen, then we act to improve the plan. No, if we did not achieve certain certain metrical levels that we intended to accomplish, then we can tweak certain activities, plans, and programs so that we can get back on track. That is, in a sense, planning again, no? Okay. Doing the whole cycle once again. So it's a circular, it's a cyclical process, this Deming's cycle, no? The plan, do, check, and act cycle. Okay. So let's conceptualize your school's 6-step strategic management plan using the Deming's model. Okay. So first is step 1, no? Visioning, missioning, and valuing. No? What is a vision? No? A vision is something that that is a paradoxical thing, is it not? No? Okay. It does not refer to what we see actually with our eyes. It refers to what we see when we, in fact, close our eyes. No? So a vision of our organization in the future is a mental image of this organization in that future. No? It's a projection of our organizational structure, our organizational operations, our organizational mission essential functions achieved in that future. No? It's a kind of a mental image of what we will be, no? Of what we want ourselves to be, what we will do, what we will achieve, and what we will work with in that future. No? It's just like seeing yourself, okay? Just like seeing yourself. Do you see yourself? No? Okay. Of course not. No, you cannot see yourself even if you have a full-length mirror. No, even if you have a full-length mirror and stand in front of that mirror,
Ano ba? Gulo-gulo yun. Nalunod ako na.
that which you see in that mirror is not yourself, right? No? Ay, tumayo ka sa harap ng isang full-length mirror. Yung nakikita mo dyan sa salamin na yan, hindi iyon ang ikaw, no? Hindi ikaw yung nakikita mo doon sa salamin, no? Ang nakikita mo sa salamin ay isang reflection ng ikaw, no? Okay. Paano mo makikita ang ikaw, no? Paano mo makikita ang sarili mo, no? Nakikita mo lang sarili mo kapag pumikit ka, right? No? If you close your eyes and think of who you are, no? That will approximate some kind of a complete picture of yourself. It's very ironic, it's very paradoxical, no? You see yourself the moment you close your eyes and envision yourself. And that is also true with organizations, no? Okay. You can see your organization not by, flying a drone above it, no, and then letting that drone take pictures and then reviewing the pictures. No, you don't you don't see your organization in that manner. Likewise, you don't see your organization by having a general meeting of your faculty, of your department heads, your learning aid coordinators, your administrators, your non-teaching personnel, and then, gathering them in a hall or something, gathering them in the campus, and then taking a drone picture of them. That is not your organization, no? Those are the members of your organization, maybe, but that is not the organization, because the organization is more than its members. It includes the relationships among members. It includes the hierarchical relationships, functional relationships that exist between and among the members of the organization. And you can only see this if you close your eyes and, envision the organization as you want it to be. And that's why we kind of fall short when we intend now to write down a vision of our organization, no? Okay. In visioning, we close our eyes collectively, we think of the vision individually, and then we share what we see in the future, no? to our teammates, no? to the members of that group who is doing the visioning. And then from that, we come up with a collective vision of what the school would be. No? The moment, however, that we try to write it down, no, it becomes difficult. No? Because somehow the statement of the vision becomes a pale, it becomes a kind of hollow or empty expression of what we see, of what we saw in that visioning. And that is why sometimes when we recite our vision, it becomes merely an empty recitation of something we have memorized. No? To recite the vision means to reduce the vision into a series of words that are somehow empty of meaning and significance. But notice what happens if you close your eyes and recite the vision. No? Recite the vision statement. It is transformed into something more meaningful, right? Now, that's why whenever I see my friends in the academe reciting vision with their eyes open, I really don't believe them, no? And even if they read the vision or place the vision on cards, no, or at the back of their IDs, no, so that it will always be there, no. The memorization of the vision is not equivalent to the seeing of the vision, to the sharing of the vision, no. You may want to try it sometime, no. You may want to try it sometime. Close your eyes and think of the vision of your school. Okay. If what you see in your mind is the series of words in the vision statement, then you are not seeing it at all. Kapag sabi, isipin mo yung vision natin, no, sa school, at pumikit ka at ang nakikita mo doon sa isip mo ay yung mga salita, no, ng vision, yung sentence ng vision, hindi yun yung vision, no. Yun yung vision statement. Pero kapag pumikit ka at nakikita mo yung school mo sa isip mo, no, nakikita mo yung institution mo na gumagalaw, no, na yung mga bata ay nakangiti at proud na naglalakad, no, nagsasalita, nagdi-discuss. Nakikita mo yung mga faculty na masayang nagtuturo, no, at nakikipag-relate sa mga estudyante in their classes, no. Nakikita mo yung administrators, no, na nagtatrabaho, tumutulong. That is the vision, no. At nakikita mo yung school mo, meron ng building ng science, meron ng building ng research, meron ng building ng development hub, no, etc. No, that is the vision, no. It is not the series of words na lumalabas dun sa isip mo, no. Try that sometime, no. If you can see the vision of the school moving, no, functioning, no. And we want that to be in the minds of our faculty, in the minds of our students, in the minds of our non-teaching personnel, our administrators, no? When we make them recite the vision, they should not be imagining the words of the statement, but the real school, no? Working and moving in their minds, no? Sometimes that is what is missing when we envision what our school would be, no? The vision should also be time bound, no? It's not an unstated future that we are talking about, no? It's a vision that is limited also by a frame, a period, no? Like, for example, when organizations, institutions develop a vision, they do so within a period of 10 years or within a period of at most 20 years. No, you do not have a vision that is not framed by time. No, like when you say, I want a vision for my cooperative. What will my cooperative be? Dagdagan nyo, no? Dagdagan nyo ng isang framework. No? Sabihin nyo, what will my organization be in 10 years? That's a vision, no? You don't say, what will my organization be in the future? No, you don't say that, no? Okay. I want to be the leading organization in this area in 10 years. Yan, no? Yan ang vision, no? Okay. Like, for example, the vision of the Development Bank of Singapore, no? The Development Bank of Singapore, way back in 2017, was a rural bank, no? With small satellites, no? In certain areas of Singapore. Then they changed their approach to banking, no? And their CEO said, let's envision ourselves to be something in the future. And what did they envision? To be the best bank in the world in 5 years. They said, no, that's their vision, no? It's very, very clear to be the best bank in the world. And how do you come to be the best bank in the world? Through recognition, di ba? Pag nakakuha ka ng mga certificates of recognition by the banking communities, no? By the organization, by the Association of Global Banks, na ikaw yung pinaka-una sa kanilang lahat. That is how you know that you have achieved your vision. A certificate of recognition, no? Issued because they saw your progress, they saw your metrics, they saw your income, they saw your organization as expanding, no, in ways that any other bank has not expanded. To be the best bank in the world, BBIW, in 5 years. No, that was in 2017. No, they did it in 2019. After 2 years, they received the global certificate, BBIW. That's what we mean when we say we envision something. No, your school, no, okay. To be the best school in our district, when? In 50 years? In 100 years? No, we want it to be, you know, visionary in the sense that it is also achievable, right? In a period of 10 years, we will be the best school in the province, no? In 10 years, we will be the best school in the district. Yeah, no? Or if you don't want to be the best school, because to be the best means to be the only one at the top, right? No? Then you can say to be one of the excellent schools, no? In the next 10 years. Yeah, no? So never forget that, no? That a vision should also have a time frame. No? Now, okay, no? Feel free to use the chat box to list down your comments, no? To write down your comments or your questions or your insights, no? I will be checking it every now and then to see if there are certain items to be addressed. Okay, so there, no? Next, we take a look at the DepEd vision. Ito siya, no? We dream of Filipinos who passionately love their country and whose values and competencies enable them to realize their full potential and contribute meaningfully to building the nation, no? As a learner-centered public institution, the Department of Education continuously improves itself to better serve its stakeholders. Yeah, no? When can we be able to achieve this? Filipinos who passionately love their country, no? Okay. In the future? When in the future? No? Rizal dreamt of that more than 100 years ago. Okay. Have we achieved the vision of Rizal? No? 100+ years from when he dreamt it. No? Kasi kung malayo yung vision mo, medyo malayo rin yung framework ng action mo. Di ba? So maganda itong vision na to, so much like the vision of the Philippine Science High School in the Ilocos region. No? We are, sabi nila, no? They are already claiming it, no? They're already declaring it. We are the leading science high school in the Asia-Pacific region, preparing our scholars to become globally competitive Filipino scientists, equipped with 21st century skills and imbued with the core values of truth, excellence, and service to the nation. When? 20 years from now? 30 years from now? Or 100 years from now? Yan yung medyo tatanungin natin dito, no? The mission statement, on the other hand, is the purpose for which an organization exists, no? It's not a dream. It's a declaration of what we do, no? It's a declaration of what we are currently exercising in our day-to-day functions, no? It is what we are working for, no? Okay. The target groups, okay? So when we say, for example, no, that the DepEd mission is to protect and promote the right of every Filipino to qualify, to quality, equitable, culture-based, and complete basic education where students learn in a child-friendly, gender-sensitive, safe, and motivating environment, where teachers facilitate learning and constantly nurture every learner, where administrators and staff, as stewards of the institution, ensure an enabling and supportive environment for effective learning to happen, where family, community, and other stakeholders are actively engaged and share responsibly for developing lifelong learners. When we say this, we are actually declaring this is our mission and we are doing it now. Yan, no? Yung mission mo sa buhay ay yung gagawin mo, yung ginagawa mo na, no? Hindi siya yung gagawin mo pa sa future, no? Hindi siya yung balak mo pang gawin, no? Kung yan ang mission mo, gawin mo. Yan ang mission mo sa buhay, no? Hindi yan yung vision mo sa buhay. Hindi yan yung balak mong gawin sa buhay. Yan yung gagawin mo every day na babangon ka, no? So para saan ka bumabangon? Para turuan ang mga bata sa isang paraan na child-friendly, gender-sensitive, safe, and motivating. Therefore, kung araw ng Martes, no, at nababagot ka, at yung pagbabagot mo ay nasalin sa pagtuturo mo sa eskwela, are you doing your mission? Hindi na, di ba? You are not being true to your mission. Because your mission is to do this every day, consistently, continuously, passionately. Di ba? Is your school a place where teachers facilitate learning and constantly nurture every learner? Di ba? If we go around, we supervisors, no, and see teachers doing this, no, happily, conscientiously, then we can declare our school is fulfilling the DepEd mission. Yeah. If we see the administrators and staff, no, ensuring an enabling and supportive environment by providing structural support, financial incentives, psychological and emotional development, no, both to teachers, non-teaching, and students, then we are accomplishing our mission, no? But if we look at our school and we see that the family, the community, and other stakeholders are not actively engaged and they do not share responsibly, then perhaps we are failing in our mission. Yan ang diferensya ng mission at vision. Okay? Yung core values naman natin ay yung pinapahalagahan natin, di ba? It's those things that we deem worthy or useful or that we deem important, no? These are our core values in DepEd, di ba? Maka-Diyos, makatao, makakalikasan, at makabansa. Yan, no? These are the things that we see as useful or that we see as important in our work, no? That we see as worthy of emulation, that we see as worthy of dissemination, no? The Philippine Science High School System's core values: pursuit of truth, passion for excellence, commitment to service. Yan, no? Okay. Yung ibang schools, napakadami nilang core values, no? Indicating their adherence to certain things that they deem very, very important, no? Yung PCCR, no, the school where I'm working for right now, from the Philippine College of Criminology, no, has core values spelled out in the word leadership. Yeah, no? So leadership, every letter means something. Uh, leadership, excellence, etc. No? So, ganun ang ginagawa ng ibang mga eskwelahan. So, this is our first activity. Okay? We know that we have or we share the DepEd vision and the DepEd mission. Okay? Let us try to think of our own schools, no? Of our own institutions, whether we are administrators, supervisors, faculty, no? In this group, no? And there are a lot of us. Okay, I see here that we are 328 all in all, no? So napakalaking grupo, no? So think of your own schools, no? Think of your own institutions.
Hold on lang po. Magre-reconnect po si Sir Jopoy na bit.
Was I lost?
Medyo, sir.
Was I lost?
Okay na, sir. Okay na.
Okay, that. No? So where did you lose me?
Mga 5 seconds lang naman, sir. 10
5
seconds.
Okay, sige, no? Okay, so we know that let me go back to full screen, no? Nawala yung share ko, no?
Yes, sir. Video lang.
Okay, so are my slides back?
Yes po. Activity 1.
Yes.
Sa activity 1 tayo, no? I was saying that even if we have the DepEd vision, no, and we have the DepEd mission, you may want to craft or to formulate your own vision and mission for that school, no? We are not asking you to draft a vision and mission that will be contrary or even rebellious, no, to the DepEd vision and mission, but we would like you to have some kind of a direction also for your own institutions, no? At baka pwede nating itabi later on o ilagay sa ilalim ng DepEd vision sa ating mga eskwelahan para meron tayong generic DepEd vision for the Philippine educational system, basic educational system sa Pilipinas, pero under that we have our own vision for our own institution, no? Ganon din sa mission, no? Nandyan yung DepEd mission, no? Pagkatapos sa ilalim niya, maglalagay din tayo ng isang mission specifically para sa ating institutions. Okay, so let's try to do that in 10 minutes, no? Draft only, no? Again, no? What is the best thing to do so that we can see ourselves in the next 10 years, no? Close our eyes. Envision our school, no? Ang maganda dito, yung mga eskwelahan natin nakasituate sa iba't ibang lugar, no? At maaari tayong gumawa ng isang vision na angkop para sa ating school functioning within that specific location, no? With its own peculiar needs, with its own peculiar problems and challenges, no? So I am seeing now that the vision of a school situated in NCR, no, would be somehow different from the vision of a school situated in Lagawe, Ifugao, no, or in Bontoc Mountain Province, no. So we adhere to the general vision of the DepEd, but in our specific localities we have our own vision, no, for our school in that context. Okay, so I should stop talking so that you can proceed, no? I will just set my clock, no? So 10 minutes starts now, no? Actually, let me check. Ayun, no? Tatlo, no? So first, vision statement, then mission statement, and then eto, nandyan na, no? Core values and their value statements. Okay, so 10 minutes starts now.
Tayo ay matanda na, sana'y di tayo magbago. Kailanman, nasaan may ito ang pangarap ko. Makuha mo pa kaya ako'y hagkan at yakapin. Hanggang pagtanda natin, nagtatanong lang sa'yo, ako po kaya'y ibigin mo? Kung maputi na ang buko. Pagdating ng araw, ang iyong buhok ay puputi na rin. Sabay tayong mangangarap ng nakaraan sa atin. Ang nakalipas ay babalik natin. Ipapaalala ko sa'yo ang aking pangako, ng pag-ibig ko'y laging sa'yo. Kahit maputi na ang buko. Ang nakalipas ay babalik natin. Ipapaalala ko sa'yo ang aking pangako, ng pag-ibig ko'y laging sa'yo. Kahit maputi na ang buko.
Kumusta ka? Ikaw ay walang pinag-iba. Ganyan ka rin nang tayo ay huling magkita. Tandang-tanda ko pa habang ako'y papalayo. Tinitingnan kita hanggang wala ka na. Kumusta ka? May ibang kislap ang iyong mata. Halata ng daigdig mo ngayon ay kay saya. Siguro ay nagmamahal ka na ng totoo. Siya ba'y katulad ko nung tayong dalawa? O kay tagal na ako'y nag-isip at naghintay, makita ka, mayakap at muli pang mahagkan. Ngunit ngayon nangyari na, ako ay nauulit.
wala ka na. Kumusta ka? Ano bang dapat sabihin pa? Dibdib ko'y malakas na namang kumakaba. Dapat kayang malaman mong hindi nagbabago. Hanggang ngayon sinta, mahal pa rin kita. O kay tagal na ako'y nag-isip at naghintay, makita ka, mayakap at muli pang mahagan. Ngayon nangyari na, ako ay nauutal. Walang masabi kundi kumusta ka. O kay tagal na ako'y nag-isip at naghintay, makita ka, mayakap at muli pang mahagan. Ngayon nangyari na, ako ay nauutal. Walang masabi kundi kumusta ka. Kumusta ka? Di ka ba sa'kin tatawa? Walang masabi kundi kumusta ka? Times get rough and your dreams just fall apart, and sometimes you feel that you can't go on. Be strong, hold on, for my love will keep you warm through the coldest night, through the rain, through the storm. When friends turn their backs on you and you're so helpless you don't know what to do, I'll be on your side to comfort you. My love will see you through. When tears are in your eyes and you feel like you wanna cry, just reach out and I'll be around to understand. When you stumble and fall and you need a shoulder to lean on, all you have to do is call and I'll be there with a helping hand. When the road seems so long and endless and all you see is nothing but darkness, don't give up, just walk on, have faith in your heart, for my love will see you your star. When you cross the deepest sea, when you climb the highest hill, my love will always be with you in everything you do. in every step you make, in every road you take. Don't be afraid to follow your dreams, for my love will see you through.
Okay. Okay, so time's up, no? In the chat box, we have some visions and missions shared, no? I would just like to read it, although I know that you can see it also in your chat boxes, no? I would like to share, of course, with the permission of Sir Joel, no? The vision and mission of the Notre Dame of Midsayap College, no? So, ito yung sa kanila, no? We envision to bring the best of the Notre Dame spirit to Asia and the rest of the world. Yeah, no? So this, of course, is a long-range vision, no? The only suggestion that I could give here is that when do you envision this Notre Dame spirit to finally reach Asia and the rest of the world, no? Will you envision it to be shared within the next 10 years, 15 years, no? So that in 2032, we can see the Notre Dame spirit emblazoned in Japan, in Singapore, right? In Bangladesh, no? Di ba? No? And for us to realize this, of course, within the next 10 years, 2032, we will now be part of this will now be establishing linkages with other schools, no, in Japan, Singapore, Bangladesh, Thailand, where we can already share our vision, di ba? So yun ang sinasabi ko kanina na within a certain period of time, no, yung vision natin yan, makikita natin na buhay na siya, no? Buhay na siya sa Thailand, buhay na yung Notre Dame vision natin sa Bangladesh, no? In the form of partnerships with schools or linkages with other academic institutions, di ba? Yung parang ganon, no? The mission, eto yung isang mission na napakaganda, no? As a Filipino academic community, Notre Dame of Midsayap College commits herself to empower each person, no, to lead a meaningful life and make a positive difference through quality, relevant, and liberating education, no? So, kapag ganito yung mission ng isang eskwelahan ng Midsayap, no, papasok ka sa bawat classroom ng Midsayap, papasok ka sa bawat faculty room ng Midsayap, papasok ka sa campus ng Midsayap school, no? Notre Dame of Midsayap College, papasok ka sa bawat kwarto, campus, faculty room nila at makikita mo itong kaganapan ng mission na to, no? You can see teachers, no, drawing up quality syllabi, no? You can see teachers researching on relevant and liberating material to share to their students, no? Nakikita mo sa bawat classroom yung kanilang mga lectures ay talagang napakaganda ng pagka-research, napakaganda ng mga examples, napaka-relevant sa current situation. Yan ang ginagawa nila sa Midsayap. So at any time of the week, bisitahin mo ang Notre Dame of Midsayap, makikita mo itong mga nangyayaring ito. Kasi yun ang mission nila. Okay? Doon naman sa Divine Word, no, of Divine Word School of Semirara Island Incorporated, no? Ito yung kanilang vision, no, shared by Miss Grace, no, Ma'am Grace. Sabi niya, with her permission, of course, no, Divine Word School of Semirara Island Incorporated envisions an academic Christian community working together towards the total development of its members and witnessing to the world, in the world, under the patronage of Saint Arnold Jansen and the guidance of the Holy Spirit, no? Ganyan din, no? Ang ganda ng nakikita nilang role o papel ng kanilang eskwelahan sa mundo, no? Pero ang tinatanong niya kanina, kailan kaya namin i-frame, no? Sa anong panahon kaya namin ito i-frame, sir, no? Kayo po ang bahala, no? Kailan nyo gustong makita yung realization ng vision na ito? 10 years from now, in 2032, makikita mo na ba ang spirit ng eskwelahan natin sa iba't ibang lugar sa mundo? Kasi sabi niyo dito, no? Under the pattern and witnessing the word to the word in the world, di ba? Nagpapadala na ba tayo ng mga representatives natin sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo? Speaking, lecturing, sharing research, no? Relating to other academic leaders in other parts of the world, the word, no? The word of God and the spirit of Saint Jansen, di ba? So ayun, no? Kasi pag hindi natin linagyan ng time frame, kailan pa, di ba? Kailan pa? So 2032 na, hindi mo pa ni katiting ng vision na yan, hindi mo pa nare-realize, di ba? So maganda na mag-set tayo ng time frame na 10 years, 2032. Uy, malapit ng 2032, 2030, 2025 na. Hindi pa tayo nakakapag-establish ng linkages, di ba? Hindi pa tayo nakakapag-bisita doon, no? Naku, 2028 na, 4 na taon na lang, no? Malayo pa yung ating vision from realization. So, maganda na in 10 years sasabihin mo, no? Para sa loob ng 10 years, makakakita ka ng isang direksyon na gagawin, no? Para yung spiritu ni Saint Jansen, yung salita ni Saint Jansen, no? Ay makakarating, no, sa ating mga partner schools abroad, sa ating mga linkages abroad, etc., no? Para hindi tayo nakatigil lang sa ating kasalukuyang experiences. So thank you very much, no, for your sharings, Sir Joel and Ma'am Grace, no? Meron pa dito, nakita ko si Ma'am Amalia, no, sa Antonio Maceda High School, no? We envision to produce graduates equipped with exceptional knowledge and skills in science and technology, mathematics, and TLE. So look at how Ma'am Alma, no, Amalia, focuses on specific areas in learning, no, science and technology, mathematics, and TLE, such that ito yung direction ng Antonio Maceda High School, no? Ito yung vision niya na, say, in 10 years, no, they become the leading school. They become the primary school, the exceptional school in the teaching of science and technology, mathematics, and TLE in their region, or in NCR, no, or in the general area of Central Luzon. Yan, no? So to become the leading, no, to become the main producer or the main, you know, center of these kinds of areas where graduates are equipped with the expertise, no? So ayun, no, I hope you see the value of putting in a time frame. Okay, so with that, no, let's move on. No, let's move on. It is getting to be exciting, no, for me, and I hope it's also getting to be exciting for you as well as we proceed onwards, no. My apologies then, no. I failed to anticipate that you might be needing a kind of a template on which to write your, you know, your thoughts and ideas, no. I have shared with you a certain kind of a toolkit, no, for strategic planning for educators, no. I hope you can access it within the next few minutes so that you can work on it already in our next activities. Okay, so ayun, no. May pinahabol si Ma'am Jeneth, no? Si Ma'am Jeneth, no? Okay, so pupils learn in an environment of child-friendly school where participation is 100% of all the learners. Yan, no? So yan, kung yan ang vision mo, kailan natin kayang targetin yan, yung 100 participation, no? So in 10 years siguro tayo na yung ganyang klaseng learning environment. Okay, so very ang gaganda ng inyong mga crinaf, no? From Ma'am Hansel. Our mission is to collaborate to create a safe, courteous, and nurturing environment focused on enhancing each child's sense of well-being and the acquisition of life and learning skills in the 21st century. Yan, no? Yan ang kanilang current na ginagawa na, no? So kung pupunta ka sa kanilang eskwelahan, they are living this mission already, no? Okay? They are doing it already, no? At pag may nakikita si Ma'am Hansel na isang sitwasyon na hindi nagagawa ito, then manlulumo siya, no? We are not being true to our mission kasi may nakita akong ganito na nangyari, no? Okay? So, yun ang mission. Pag may nakita kang taliwas dun sa mission mo, manlulumo ka. Hindi natin ginagawa yung mission natin. Kasi yung mission, ginagawa na, no? Yung vision, pinapangarap. Pero yung mission, ginagawa na, no? Yun ang mission mo sa buhay. Yan, no? Okay, so thank you very much, no, for all your sharings, no? Very wonderful statements, very significant statements, and some of those that I saw are very contextual, no? Talagang nakadirect, no, sa community nila, no? Kay Ma'am Grace nakita ko directly addressing the needs and challenges of the Semirara mining community, no? So nakadirekta doon sa pangangailangan ng kanilang community. Okay, so let's proceed. Ayan, no? Okay, so ang next na task natin, no? Okay, after our activity is to draw out the strategy areas and delineate what we call the key result areas in our plan, no? That is step 2. We have to define certain concepts here, no? The strategy area is the area of operations or interest, no, where our strategic planning team must focus on developing and improving as mandated by the organization's vision and mission. We shall illustrate that in a little while, no? Meanwhile naman, a key result area or KRA, a very famous KRA, no, is an activity or concern within the strategy area in which we expect results, no, in terms of meeting client needs, edge the competition, and meet the stakeholders' expectations. So let us repeat, no? A strategy area is an area defined by our vision and mission, no? Most particularly our mission. A key result area or KRA is a concern within the strategy area where we will target particular results, okay? The KRA, therefore, functions as a locus or a site where a benchmark or a standard, sometimes called a target, is set, and which we will, of course, aim for, no, as a measure of achievement at the end of a planning period. So if our planning period is 3 years, then at the end of 3 years, we will measure our achievements vis-a-vis our key result area, no? Because that's where we expect outcomes. That's where we expect results. Okay. So, for example, no, here is a mission, no, a sample mission to establish an educational system with excellent delivery platforms and staffed by dedicated faculty and non-teaching professionals with the ability to make changes befitting the conditions of the times to serve the community and beyond its geographic borders, no? So as you can imagine, ito ay isang mission ng isang nagsisimulang academic institution or academic establishment. At para sa kanya, yung kanyang trabaho ay constant development to establish, sabi niya. Hindi ibig sabihin na to establish in the future, kundi they are already establishing it. They are already creating it. They are already molding it. They are already developing it. Okay? And kung pupunta ka sa school nila at may nakita kang isang ng pangyayari na hindi naaangkop sa establishment na yan o sa development na yan, ito yung in-establish natin tapos ganyan ang ginagawa mo, sasabihin natin sa isang teacher, you are not being true to our mission. Because our mission is the continuous establishing of an educational system with excellent delivery platforms. Yung delivery platform mo, sinauna na eh. Ang delivery platform mo, yung diniscard na natin noon kasi may mga limitasyon. Bakit ganyan? So hindi ka true sa ating mission, sasabihin mo sa kanya. No? This is an example of a mission where we can delineate certain areas for strategizing purposes. No? So makikita mo dito, alin kayang mga area ang pwede kong gawan ng strategy. Yan, no? So, titingnan mo yung system, no? Nakalagay na dyan, no? Yung educational system ng eskwelahan, pwede mong gawan ng strategies. Ano pa, no? Ang keywords dito na pwede nating strategizan. Yan, no? Yung delivery platforms. Pwede nating tutukan yan, no? Gawan natin ng strategy, no? Ano pa? Yung staff, no? Okay. O di kaya yung ability ng staff natin, ability ng faculty and ng teaching professionals natin, at yung service nila sa community and beyond its geographic borders, no? Bakit natin pipiliin itong mga areas na to? Kasi yan ang mga nakikita nating pwede pang pagandahin. Diba? So ito yung mission natin. Looking at the mission, in what areas do we still need improvement? In what areas do we need to strategize? Seeing our mission, no? Nakikita natin na yung mga delivery platforms natin ngayon, ito yung mission natin, tapos yung mga delivery platforms natin hindi pa gaanong excellent. Tutukan natin, no? That's an area where we can strategize, no? We are declaring our mission. That we will be staffed by dedicated faculty and non-teaching professionals. And yet we see our faculty lacking skills, no? Our non-teaching professionals lacking necessary knowledge. So let us target the staff, no? As an area where we can strategize. So this will become your strategy areas, no? The system, delivery platforms, staff, ability, and service, no? We can set that aside, no? And we can already label this our strategy areas, no? Ito yung logic niyan, no? Ito yung mission natin. Pero nakikita natin sa current situation, medyo hindi natin nagagawa yung ating mission, no? Medyo hindi tayo true sa ating mission, no? So, looking at this current performance, saan kaya tayo mag-strategize para magampanan natin mabuti ang ating mission? Okay? So this is our mission. Here is what is currently happening. We see that we are not being true to our mission. We are not effective in carrying out our mission. So where should we improve ourselves in terms of this mission? The mission tells us that we should have a system with excellent delivery platforms. Is something wrong with our system? We should make that a strategy area. Is something wrong with our delivery platforms? We should make that a strategy area. Can we still improve our staff? Let us make that a strategy area. Our abilities, our service components, no? So that maybe if we strategize along these 5 areas, we can now more effectively carry out our mission. Diba? No? So kung pagtutuunan natin ng pansin, no, ang mga areas na ito sa ating statement, mas mapagbubuti natin ang pag-adhere o pag-carry out ng ating mission. Okay, so that is the meaning of a strategy area. Where can you improve yourselves so that you can more effectively carry out your mission? No? The mission statement already states this. We only need to separate it, no? We only need to select the key areas, no? After identifying the key areas, no? Kailangan ba, sir, lahat, no? Hindi naman kailangan lahat, no? Hindi naman kailangan lahat, no? Piliin nyo lang yung kaya nyo sigurong targetin within the next 3 years, no? And then later on, no? tatargetin nyo yung ibang mga areas na naman. So pumili tayo ng ilang mga areas na kakayanin nating addressin sa loob ng isang definite na period of time. Okay, so we now list these identified strategy areas in this table, no? Lagay lang natin dyan sa headings ng columns, no? And then for each strategy area, let us think of certain concerns or certain things within it that might be problematic for us and which we need to address and plan out certain results. Like for example, in our system, currently, what areas in our system need to be addressed? And where we could plan and expect some results. Example, we can take a look at our registrar's office, our accounting office, our libraries, and our student metrics. Now, these are only examples. No, you can think perhaps of others that are more in tune with your own experiences. No, if you don't have a problem with the registrar's office in your school, then do not place it here. Okay. If your problem is with, for example, the grading system, then you place it here. No, if you don't have problem with accounting, then do not place it there. No, so the idea is what issues or what concerns are there in your system that need to be addressed. Example again, delivery platforms. No, do you have concerns with your online platforms? Do you have concerns with your correspondence platforms? The way you communicate with parents, students, no, other stakeholders? Do you have a concern with your blended platforms? Do you have a concern with platforms that may or may be co-designed? Meaning you can ask students to help you design them. You can ask parents to help you design them. So you come up with a co-produced delivery platform for material. Right? If not, then look for certain areas where you have concerns, no, and place them here. Okay, these are your key result areas. Now, meaning these are the specific areas within your strategy area where you will be planning and where you will be targeting certain results. Okay, for the staff, no? Do you have concerns with the employees' mental health and psychosocial support? No. You have concerns with labor standards? No. You have concerns with labor relations? Do you have concerns with the staff's health and safety? If so, then you can place it as a key result area. No. If not, then huwag niyong ilagay. No. Ability. No. Do you have concerns with research, faculty development, the flexibility and resilience of your faculty, your staff? Do you have concerns with the organizational culture? Yeah, no. These are examples of key result areas which you may want to address, no? And of course, service, you may want to address extension, outreach, DRMM, disaster risk reduction and management for the school, and environmental concerns. Okay, in higher educational institutions, the areas may be your departments. No? Like for example, in higher educational institutions, the social science department may be a strategy area. No, and within the social science department, there may be certain concerns like references, research of the faculty, faculty relationships, etc. No, or the psychology department may become a strategy area. Okay, and within the psychology department, what are the concerns? And this will be your key result areas. Okay, so from the depth admission, no, okay, you can draw out certain strategy areas. Like for example, from this you can say a strategy area would be the learning environment. Yeah, no? Okay. Or a strategy area may be teachers. Yeah, no? Another strategy area may be administrators and staff. Yeah. And another strategy area would be family, community, and other stakeholders, or the external environment. Yeah, no? And within each strategy area, you may want to choose certain concerns na i-address ninyo. Limbawa, no? Learning environment, no? Are there problems in my learning environment? Oh, yes, I have problems with the delivery. I have problems with materials, school materials, modules, no? I have problems with gender sensitivity, mga ganyan, no? So this will be your KRAs, yung mga concerns within the strategy area. Okay? Are there any questions? If there are none, let's go to activity 2, no? So from the DepEd mission statement, or mas maganda ito, no? Your own school's mission statement, draw out 3 strategy areas, no? SAs, and write them at the headings of the 3 columns. So, doon sa red cells ito, no? The strategy areas should be written in the red cells. Strategy area 1, strategy area 2, and strategy area 3. And then for each SA, for each strategy area, delineate 3 key result areas, or KRAs. Okay, so under each strategy area, maglagay ng 3. Okay, this is an exercise that you can draw from your own school's mission statement, no? I hope the template has already been shared with you so that you can directly write, no, in the file, no? Or if not, then you can draw your own table, very simple table din lang naman sa inyong notebooks, no? And conduct the activity. Okay, for this we need another 10 minutes. Okay, so the 10 minutes will start now.
Walang tigil ang gulo sa aking pag-iisip mula nang tayo'y nagpasyang maghiwalay. Nagpaalam pagkat hindi tayo bagay. Nakapagtataka. Bakit ganito ang aking kapalaran? Di ba't ilang ulit ka nang nagpaalam? At bawat paalam ay puno ng iyakan. Wala na bang nananatiling pag-asa? Nakapagtataka, saan na napunta? Hindi ka ba napapagod? Hindi kaya nagsasawa sa ating mga tampuhan? Walang hanggang katapusan. Napakit ng mga luha, damdamin at puso'y tigang. Wala nang maibubuga, wala na akong maramdaman. Napakit ng mga luha, damdamin at puso'y tigang. Wala nang maibubuga, wala na akong maramdaman. Kung tunay tayong nagmamahalan, ba't di tayo magkasunduan? Oh, 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 oh.
Para sa'yo, lalakasan ko ang loob ko. Kahit may kirot na pabalik-balik sa bones, mas
Kay sarap ng may minamahal. Ang daigdig ay may kulay at buhay. At kahit na may pagkukulang ka, isang halik mo lang limot ko na. Kay sarap ng may minamahal, asahan mo pag-ibig ko'y tunay. Ang nais ko'y laging kapiling ka. Alam mo bang tanging ligaya ka? Sa tuwin ay naaalala ka, sa pangarap laging kasama ka. Ikaw ang alaala sa aking pag-iisa. Wala nang ibigin pang iba. Kay sarap ng may minamahal, asahan mo pag-ibig ko'y tunay. Ang nais ko'y laging kapiling ka.
Okay, so there you are, no? Meanwhile, in the chat box, several other participants, no, have been also sharing their school's vision and mission statements, no. They're in fact very good, no. In fact, some of them have been considered by our other participants, and they would like to, to use it as a pattern for their own vision and mission statements, and they're asking permission, no. The vision and the vision, mission statement and core values na nakalagay dito sa ating presentation, so dito sa ating slides na sineshare natin ngayon, they will be provided to you, of course. You will have copies of it, no. Pero yung mga binasa natin kanina na coming from the different participants and schools, no, perhaps you could communicate with them and ask for their permission na gawin nyo silang pattern o gawin nyo silang parang kumbaga isang guide, no, sa paggawa ng inyong mga sariling vision and mission statements, no. It's just unfortunate that I noticed yung ibang mga vision and mission statements pala na i-share sa atin ay naka-private message, no, naka-direct chat sa akin. And so since naka-direct chat sa akin, they are not seen by the other participants, no. So okay lang yun, no, if you prefer that that manner, so that we can take note of it, no. Okay lang, no. But if you would like to share also, and we encourage you to do this, no, if you would like to share also your own answers to the rest of the group, no, the 338 people who are here, I would advise you to deselect the direct messaging to me in the chat box and direct the sharing to everyone, no, in the group, para makita din ng iba yung mga craftings natin, yung mga formulations natin, at makakatulong din, no, sa kanilang paggawa ng kanilang vision and mission statements. So request lang po yun, no. Of course, if you would like to keep it first for yourself because it's under construction and it's under development, then okay rin, no. So but if you would like also to help out, no, in the other schools endeavors, no, in developing their own vision and mission statements, no, we are requesting for you to share it to everybody by clicking the option of sending to everyone in the chat group. So ayun po, no. Okay. Ayun, no. So Sir Edgar, Brizuela, no, he directed the vision and mission statement to me directly, no. So ayun, it's also a very good mission and vision statement, no. If you would like to share it with the rest of the group, Sir Edgar, no, at maganda, no. Actually, maganda itong vision and mission statement na ito, very direct, very clear and very specific sa kanilang ina-address na sectors, no. And from this vision, actually you can actually now draw out specific strategy areas, no. So para makatulong din sa iba, we would like to request you to share it to all, no. So ayun. Okay. Let's continue, no, our discussions, no. The next step is setting the goals and objectives, no. Marami sa ating mga strategic planners ang kumbaga gumagawa ng mga napakagandang goals and objectives, but which we notice are not rooted in the vision and mission statements. Okay, the key here is selecting your strategy areas and key result areas from the mission and vision statement itself, no. Okay, so ayun, no. Sir Abner, I can address your concern later, okay? Kasi medyo tag nito, medyo more specific yung tinutumbok nating concern, no, and area. Okay, so i-park natin muna yung concern ni Sir Abner, and we will go back to that later. Okay, so the thing is, we should always remember that our objectives and goals should be always rooted in our vision and mission statements. No? The goal is simply high-level priority, broad, unspecific statements of what an organization wants to accomplish for each KRA, no? At the end of the strategic plan period, meaning the 3 years. While an objective is that outcome sought at the end of each year of the strategic plan period for each KRA. So, which is more specific? The objective. Why? Because it's an annual outcome, no? The objective is to be achieved, is targeted annually for each year of the strategic plan period. While the goal is that target that we seek to accomplish at the end of the strategic plan period. So kung 3 years ang strategic plan natin, meron tayong iisang goal lang, no? Pero meron tayong tatlong objectives, one for each year. Let me illustrate, no? So here is our example a while ago of strategy areas drawn from the mission statement, excuse me, and key result areas selected or identified from the strategy areas. So kung naalala nyo, where did we get this system, delivery platform, staff, ability, and service? Kinuha natin yan sa mission statement, di ba? Nag-select tayo ng mga keywords na sa palagay natin, kailangan nating pagtuunan ng pansin. No? And where did we get these key result areas? We tried to think of what our school needs, no? In terms of the various strategy areas, so that we can plan for certain results for these areas within the strategy area. Okay? So to make things a little bit more clear, let's select this strategy area. Okay? Ability, no? And let's select one key result area. Research. Okay? The task is to formulate a goal for research and our objectives for research. Okay? So first question, no? What is our goal for research? Meaning, what is the outcome that we are looking for at the end of 3 years? Yeah, no? So here we have a table where the strategy area is already identified, no? Ability, di ba? Yung first row, the red cell there, strategy area, ability. Then the key result area will be research. Di ba? Yan ang pinili natin key result area. What will be the goal for research within the next 3 years? So after 3 years, what do we want to achieve? Maybe that, no? Is an example. To enhance the research capacity of the faculty. So very vague, di ba? Very unspecific, very general, no? Which is what a goal should be, no? General, unspecific, no? We unpack that in the objectives, because the objectives will be divided year by year. Okay? So what will be our objective for year 1? First, increase the number of faculty engaged in action research. So it's more specific now, di ba? Okay. The goal is general, vague, unspecific, enhance the research capacity. But the objective is more specific. How do we enhance the research capacity of the faculty? Well, for year 1, we will increase the number of faculty engaged in action research. And then, after doing that, in the following year, we will increase the number of research presented and published. But we cannot do that unless we achieve the objective of year 1. Okay, so there is an internal dependency that is necessary in the objectives. The objective for year 3 is again dependent on the achievement of the objective for year 2. Launch the school research journal. You cannot launch the school research journal if you do not achieve the objective of year 2. Increase the number of research presented and published. You cannot achieve year 2 objective if you cannot achieve year 1 objective. Increase the number of faculty engaged in action research. So notice, achieving the objectives for year 1, year 2, and year 3 will enable you to realize your goal for research. After year 3, you can now say, I have enhanced the research capacity of the faculty. Okay, so the goal is your intended achievement at the end of the planning period of 3 years. The objective will be your more specific attainment at the end of each year. Okay, let's take another example. No, here are strategy areas and KRAs that we have also established before. No, ability is the strategy area that we will select, but we will select another key result area. Let's select faculty development as the key result area. Now, for that KRA, we will develop again a goal. Okay, what do we want to achieve in this key result area at the end of 3 years? Faculty development. Well, we may want to have a goal, the goal of teachers becoming highly skilled in the employment of information and communications technology in teaching and learning. That will be the goal for the 3 years of our plan. To achieve that, let's set our yearly objectives. For year 1, we will aim to attain this. The teachers adapt to new forms of learning management systems. No? Aside from Google Classroom, maybe they can adapt to, say, Canvas, no? Okay. Or maybe they can adapt to new other learning management systems open in the market. Okay. Then in year 2, teachers now develop their own LMS, adaptable to the conditions of our senior high school or our academic institution. Okay, so you realize the dependency. Okay? Teachers can only develop their own LMS, no, for the school if they can familiarize themselves with the new forms of LMSs floating about. No? And year 3, they can now extend LMS expertise to other schools in the municipality or the province. No? So at the end of year 3, you have now achieved your goal, that the teachers are now highly skilled in the employment of ICT in teaching and learning. You have achieved this by aiming for adaptation in year 1, aiming for the construction of their own LMS in year 2, and then aiming for extension and outreach, no, for the other schools in the municipality of or province in year 3. Okay, so these examples actually illustrate how from the mission statement we can derive strategy areas. Okay, let me bring that back here. No, we can derive strategy areas. From the strategy areas, we can derive key result areas. And from the key result areas, we can draw goals and objectives. Okay. Through this manner, we are now assured that our objectives are aligned to our mission statement. Okay, naka-align na siya sa ating VMV. Vision, mission, and values. No? How many goals should we set? No? Here is where we need to focus. Okay, many planners make the mistake of aiming for so many things all at once. No, remember, you have only 3 years to achieve a particular goal, no? And you have only 1 year to achieve a particular objective. So how many goals should I set, no? Without overextending myself too much, no? Remember also that you have a limited set of resources to use, no? Ang ganda sana kung napakarami nating goals, kung unlimited yung ating resources to achieve those goals, no? But we have to operate within a certain parameter na ilimitado yung ating mga magagamit na resources, no? And here is something which has been derived from a series of researches on Philippine schools, no? On Philippine schools and training institutions. Kasali rin dito yung ibang mga learning institutions na hindi eskwelahan kundi training centers, no? The studies focused on the achieved results after a strategic planning period, and the study came out with the finding that if training institutions or educational institutions aim for 1 to 3 goals in a particular KRA, then they could achieve 1 to 3 goals with excellence. But if they aim for more than 3 goals, no? Okay, medyo marami na, di ba? Hindi na nila makakamit, no? Yung quality na gusto nilang makamit, no? So if you set 4 to 10 goals for your KRAs, no? You might be achieving 1 to 2 goals with excellence only, no? So the more goals you have, the less chances that you will achieve them with excellence, no? If you have 11 to 20 goals, studies have found out that zero goals will be achieved with excellence. So the lesser goals you have, the more focused your attempts will be. The smaller number of goals you will have, the stronger will be your attention to these goals. So do not make the mistake of, napakaganda kasi na magplano, no? Gawin natin to, no? And then we realize later on, kulang pala yung resources natin, hindi natin magagawa yung lahat na mga gusto nating magawa. So focus on 1, 2, or 3 goals, no? Because this number has a greater chance of being achieved with excellence. Okay, so activity 3 will precisely be this, no? We have selected our strategy area already in activity 2, right? No? So select one strategy area from your activity 2 table and write it there in the row bar, no? And then select one key result area under the strategy area you chose, and then write it there in that rather large cell, no? Then formulate your goal, no? Formulate your goal. No? One goal only should be enough, no? And then later on, when you will be finalizing your plan, then add another goal, no? But do not exceed 3 goals, no? So for this exercise, let's formulate just 1 goal. And then for each year, let's set our objectives. Okay, so I will go back to this, no? So ang napili niyang strategy area ay ability. Ang napili niyang key result area ay faculty development, no? Linagay niya yan sa table na ganito, no? You are provided with this table already, if I'm not mistaken. Sinulat niya yung strategy area niya dyan, ability. Sinulat niya yung key result area niya dyan, faculty development. Tapos nag-formulate siya ng goal. Yan ang gusto niya makamit at the end of 3 years. Bawat year, gumawa siya ng objective. Para bawat year, meron siyang sinisikap na ma-attain. Such that by the end of the 3 years, nakamit na niya yung kanyang goal. Okay, so using that, gawin natin to. Again, we set aside 10 minutes for this. which starts now.
Spent 24 hours, I need more hours with you. You spent the weekend getting even. Ooh. We spent the late nights making things right between us. But now it's all good, babe. Roll out that wood, babe, and let me close. Cause girls like you run around with guys like me till sundown. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Girls like you love fun and yeah, me do what I want. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you. I spent last night on the last flight to you. We took a whole day up, trying to get way up. Ooh. We spent the daylight trying to make things right between us. And now it's all good, babe. Roll that backward, babe, and let me go. Cause girls like you run around with guys like me till sundown. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Girls like you love fun and let me do what I want. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you. Maybe it's 6:45. Maybe I'm barely alive. Maybe you've taken my shit for the last time. Yeah. Maybe I know that I'm drunk. Maybe I know you're the one. Maybe I'm thinking it's better if you drive. Oh, cause girls like you run around with guys like me till sundown. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah.
Not too long ago, I was dancing for dollars. No, it's really real if I let you be my mama. You don't want a girl like me, I'm too crazy. Where every other girl you meet is too gazy. I'm sure them other girls were nice enough, but you need someone to spice it up. So who you gonna call? Cardi, Cardi. Come and rev it up like a Harley, Harley. Why is the best food always forbidden? I'm coming to you now doing 20 over the limit. The red light, stop. I don't play when it comes to my heart, let's get it though. I don't really want a white horse in a carriage. I'm thinking more white horses and carriage. I need you right here, cause every time you fall, I play with this kitty like you play with your guitar.
Cause girls like you run around with guys like me till sundown. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Girls like you love fun, yeah. Me do what I want. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain, when I believed in forever and everything would stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name, 'cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey, here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost, and I felt all of the hatred was too powerful to stop. Now my heart feel like an ember, and it's lighting up the dark. I'll carry these torches for you, and you know I'll never drop. Yeah, everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah. Everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey, here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. Memories bring back your.
Cheers to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. There's a time that I remember when I didn't know no pain, when I believed in forever and everything would stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. 'Cause I can reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah. But everything will be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, yeah. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. Memories bring back you. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost, when I felt alone, the hatred was too powerful to stop. Now my heart feel like a never, and it's lighting on the dark. I carry these torches for you, that you know I'll never drop. Hey. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Hey. But everything will be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Cheers to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back you. Memories bring back you. And the memories bring back you. I love it when you call me señorita. I wish I could pretend I didn't need ya, but every touch is your love. It's true love. Ooh, I should be running. Ooh, you keep me coming for you.
And in Miami, the air was hot from summer and sweat dripping off me before I even knew her name. La la la, it felt like a la la la, yeah. No, sapphire moonlight, we danced for hours in the sun, tequila sunrise. Her body feel right in my hands. La la la, it felt like a la la la, yeah.
I love it when you call me señorita. I wish I could pretend I didn't need ya, but every touch is your love. It's true love. Ooh, I should be running. Ooh, you know I love it when you call me señorita. I wish it wasn't so damn hard to leave ya, but every touch is your love. It's true love. Ooh, I should be running. Ooh, you keep me coming for you. Back in the hotel, there's just some things that never should. You say we just friends, but friends don't know the way you taste. La la la. Cause it knows me a long time coming, doesn't let me fall. Who way you listen, trust me, hooked on your tongue. Ooh, if you kisses belly, don't stop. I love it when you call me señorita. I wish I could pretend I didn't need ya, but every touch is your love. It's true love. Ooh, I should be running. Ooh, you know I love it when you call me señorita. I wish it wasn't so hard to leave ya, but every touch is your love. It's true love. Ooh, I should be running. Ooh, you keep me coming for ya. All along I've been coming for ya.
Oh yeah,
And I hope it means something to you. Call my name, I'll be coming for you. Coming for you. Coming for you. Coming for you. For you.
oh she love it when I
For
come.
you.
Okay, so you got a bonus of around 3 minutes for the objectives and the goals. Okay, let's proceed now. Our next task, okay, step 4 is now the strategy proper. Now the strategy formulation and development proper. Okay, a standard way of doing this is for us to acquaint ourselves and analyze our environment. Okay, yung pinaka-popular na tool natin dito ay yung very famous na SWOT analysis, no? Hanggang ngayon, yan pa rin yung pinaka effective at pinaka-comprehensive na paraan for us to scan, no, the internal and external environments of our institutions so that we can come up with more realistic strategies for implementation. Okay, so there is a question here from Sir Jun. We will also park this, Sir Jun, we will also park this and address it at the end of the webinar so that we can come up with, so that we can give you a more specific answer. So i-park muna natin yan while we proceed with our discussions, no? SWOT, of course, you're familiar with this, no? It stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, no? So napaka-comprehensive nito because we use this to analyze internal factors in our organization, no? So what we have inside our organization, our institution, no? We assess ourselves in terms of our strengths and weaknesses. At the same time, the SWOT analysis permits us to scan the external factors that may affect our organization, our institution, no? Okay, that's the second most important thing why the SWOT analysis has persisted up to today as the main tool for environmental scanning, no? Strengths and opportunities, meanwhile, present our positive factors, no? And we balance this with our weaknesses and threats, no? Which are the negative factors affecting our environment. So internally, externally, positively speaking, and negatively speaking, we have a comprehensive way of looking at ourselves, no? And trying to find out what we could use so that we can navigate our way skillfully and rationally in the face of this volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world, no? Of course, our strengths will include our advantages, no? The things that we do better than anyone else, no? The resources that are within our campus and which we can use to our advantage, no? And maybe other schools don't have this, no? The unique services that we offer, no? The characteristics of our employees, our faculty, our non-teaching personnel, their dispositions, no? The capacities that they have, and others, no? We should consider our strengths both from our internal perspective and from the point of view of our student base, no? Usually, ito yung nakakalimutan natin sa ating scanning ng ating mga lakas, no? Nakakalimutan nating tingnan yung ating mga estudyante. And later on, pagkatapos ng school year, pag natatanggap na natin yung mga messages ng ating mga estudyante na, Sir, na-appreciate po namin yung ginawa nyo para sa amin at kinikilala po namin yung expertise nyo sa ganitong klaseng larangan o subject matter. That is a strength na which we rarely realize kasi alam nyo na mga teachers tayo, yung tipo natin kasi hindi masyadong palayabang, no, sa ating mga kakayahan, no? And most teachers that I know, if not all the teachers, my colleagues, lagi nilang ina-underplay yung kanilang mga skills, yung kanilang mga lakas, no? Pag pinupuri mo sila, ang karaniwang sinasagot ng mga teacher, the usual humble statement, no? Uy, hindi naman, yung ganun lang, no? And because of this, when we do scanning, sometimes we fail to realize these strengths, no? We fail to identify them, no? And we will only know that we have them and acknowledge that we have them once other people point them out to us, no? So let us ask our students what they think would be our strengths, our capacities, our capabilities. Let us also ask the community, because there may be some strengths that we rarely see and that we barely acknowledge even, no? Ganon din yung weaknesses natin, no? Okay. Kung minsan naman, naku, pag pinalista mo yung mga weaknesses natin, tayong mga teachers, no? Ang dami-dami natin nilalagay dyan o nililista, no? Sometimes I think that teachers have an overwhelming tendency to underrate themselves and to emphasize what they think they lack. Now, this specification of weaknesses should also be realistic, no? Ito yung pagtanggap sa ating mga weaknesses, palagay ko isang lakas natin yan, no? Yung teachers are readily accepting of the weaknesses that they have, no? At it is very rare for a teacher na itago, no, yung kanyang weakness, no? Madalas pa nga humihingi tayo ng pasensya, no, sa ating mga colleagues, sa ating mga estudyante for failing to address a particular issue or question, no? So these are guide questions, no, for identifying our weaknesses. What can you improve upon? What are our pitfalls, our Waterloos, no? What do other people tell us about where our weaknesses lie, no? What makes us lose students? Is it our campus? Is it our learning management system? Is it our lack of capacity to address their psychological and emotional needs, no? Is it because of the physical characteristics of our campus, no? Okay. Is it because of the high rate of turnover of our teachers, no? Like for example, madalas may mag-resign kaya papalit-palit yung ating manpower, yung ating mga faculty composition ay laging nagbabago, no? And well, it's also good for us to examine if the COVID pandemic has affected some of our strengths and made us vulnerable, no, in certain respects, no? Have conditions in the new normal worsened our flaws, our vulnerabilities, or has COVID-19 created new weaknesses, no, na hindi natin previously nakikita, no? Adaptability to technology, for example, no? And not only the adaptability to new technology, but the willingness to adapt to new technologies, no? Is that our weakness now, no? Has COVID-19 exposed them? So let's be frank, let's be honest, no, about this. Strengths and weaknesses are internal factors. Opportunities are external to us, no? So tingin tayo sa labas ng ating institution. What good opportunities can we spot during this new normal, no? What interesting trends in our field, like if our field is mathematics, science, the languages, no, the social sciences, no? Okay. What changes in the external environment would affect our way of teaching, no? Our conditions within the school, no? Changes in technology. This has been vast during the past 2.5 years, right? No? Google, for example, Google has changed so rapidly during the last 2.5 years, and we are very thankful of these innovations that Google has made in its learning management system, no? Very, very helpful. Changes in government policy, no? Declarations such as, for example, finally, we are opening our campuses for the return of our studentry, diba? No? And that's a change in government policy that provides us an opportunity to make plans, no? To make strategies. How about demographic changes, no? The expansion of Generation Z, no? The aging of the millennial population, no? The technological adaptation of the boomer generation, no? Ako, I am a boomer, no? I'm part of the boomer generation, and you know us, no? We were not really that wired in to technology, no? Before the pandemic, for example, no? If we bought a gadget, the first thing that we look for is the manual, no? Pag bumibili kami ng gadget, kami mga boomer generation, no? Okay. Pag bumibili kami ng cellphone, pag bumibili kami ng laptop, lagi namin hahanapin yung manual, no? Babasahin namin yung manual. The recent generation, Generation Z, the millennial generation, no? They don't need manuals, no? They buy a gadget and they open it and they navigate their way through it with little problem, no? It's just like their brains are wired to technology. However, having said that, no, during the past 2.5 years, a certain revolution has also happened among us, boomer generation, among us boomers, di ba? In the last 2.5 years, boomers have rapidly changed their outlook to technological adaptation. Otherwise, mapupuna sila, no? And it's unfortunate that many of our colleagues, no, in the industry, many of our colleagues in education, during the first year of the pandemic, they were forced to retire early. They were forced to, move out of the educational field because they failed to adapt, right? They failed to adapt to online delivery systems, to online delivery platforms, no? However, and this is a very positive development, no? After the retirees, no, after the resignations, no, in just 6 months or half a year, we see a rapid transformation in the mentality of boomers, no? Suddenly they became very, very adept in technological use, no, and in adaptation to technology. And this is a great opportunity for us, no? Okay. Before, we could not avail of the wisdom, the expertise, and the experience of the older generations of teachers because when COVID hit, they were hit unawares and they could not adapt easily or rapidly enough, no? And so COVID-19, the emerging surges of the pandemic, the variants provided threats, no? But now we have seen a silver lining, no? It provided also, as we see now, as we realize now, it provided vast opportunities for adaptation to demographic groups in our society, no? What about local events? Do they present opportunities, no? For example, local festivals, no? Local programs, no? Programs of the government designed to expand technological change, no? Changes in government programs that are meant to create opportunities for new engagements, no? New involvements among our students, among our faculty, for the school itself, no? So how can we take advantage of these local celebrations, local events, no? Local programs, no? And innovations of the government, of the LGU, no? So this may present opportunities for us to strategize, no? However, together with these opportunities are another external factor, no? Those that threaten to weaken us, no? Those that threaten to take away certain opportunities, no? Of course, the number one threat now is COVID, right? We don't accept the proposal that it has gone out, no? That it is dead, that we have conquered it, that we have beaten it, no? Why? Because currently there are 6 new variants competing for domination, no? Okay? In the current situation, no? Of course, they cannot really be the dominant variant because the first variant has already infected so many of us, no? Millions of us, in fact, no? And so the 6 new variants of COVID, no, competing for new domination, no, present a threat to us, no, but they will never overtake the power of the first variant, no. At any rate, just in the first week of November, cases have surged in Germany, cases have surged in Singapore, and that's very alarming because Singapore is very near to us, no. And after the surge in Singapore in October, the DOH has reported 81 cases of the new variant in the Philippines, no? Imagine, no? Last week of October, meron ng 81 cases of the new ZBB variant in 2 Philippine regions, no? What is alarming is that the DOH is refusing to tell us which of the regions have these infected cases. Sasabihin lang nila, sinabi lang nila na merong 81 cases ng bagong variant sa 2 region. Hindi naman nila sinasabi, ayaw naman nila sabihin kung saan yung mga regions na yan, no? Eh malay mo, nasa atin sila, no? Nasa regions natin sila. And this is a very, very real threat, no? 81 cases is no mean figure because 81 cases can spread, no? Depende sa reproductive rate, no, na current sa atin ngayon, no. And there are other threats, no, beside COVID, like for example other nature-induced disasters, no. It was only 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, on October 25, that a second major quake rocked northern Luzon, di ba? A 6.7 quake rocked Abra in July, and then last month in October 25, a 6.4 magnitude earthquake rocked the same spot, no? So COVID did not disappear during that time, huh? Because the earthquakes do not say, I will not hit right now because COVID is still there. Kawawa naman ng mga Pilipino. So hindi muna ako mag-earthquake ngayon kasi nandyan pa yung COVID. Hindi sasabihin ni earthquake yan, no? Hindi rin sasabihin ni typhoon yan. Paeng, for example, no? Paeng did not say, uy, hindi muna ako pupunta sa Pilipinas kasi kawawa naman yung mga Pilipino at may COVID pa doon. Hindi niya sasabihin yan. Sasabay siya, no? Si COVID din, hindi niya sasabihin, uy, padating si Paeng. Medyo laylo muna ako kasi kawawa naman ang Pilipino para hindi ako sasabay kay Paeng, no? Hindi yan sasabihin ni COVID, no? In short, threats now are multiple threats, no? Several hazards can hit at the same time, no? Okay. At the time that Paeng was hitting central Luzon, or southern Luzon, and heavy rains were hitting Maguindanao and the southern provinces, in Cotabato and Sarangani, they were being hit by quakes, no? Okay. So nagsasabay yung earthquake, Paeng, at COVID, di ba? This also beset our schools, no? This posed threats to our schools. But more than nature-induced and human-induced disasters, no, there are also other threats. Like for example, what are other schools in the area doing? No? Are quality standards or specifications for our services changing? A new debt and order, or is there a new memorandum circular that sets new standards again or new specifications? No, and this, although they may present opportunities for us, also pose threats if we are not ready for them, no? If we are not prepared for them. If we are prepared for them, these issuances, these debt and orders, these CHED memorandum circulars provide us opportunities. But if we are not prepared for them, then these quality standards may be threatening to us, no? We may lose our position. We may lose students. We may lose the support of people in the community. No? How about changing technology? Okay. Are they threats or are they opportunities? Again, the basis will be our state of preparation. If we are not ready, if we are not prepared, then new technologies will be threats to us. No? If we have the tendency and the capacity to adapt, new technology will be opportunities for us, no? But we have to take into consideration our current condition para makita natin kung threat talaga sila o opportunity. Let us be honest with what we are and where we are so that we can appropriately categorize a certain development as a threat or as an opportunity. Okay? So these four factors, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, should be listed down and categorized in this table, no? That we call the SWOT matrix. Okay, so in activity 4, no, let us scan our school's environment and address the SWOT matrix below, no? Of course, a full-fledged SWOT matrix will take several hours to perform, no? But for this exercise, let us simply maybe jot down 2 of each, no? 2 strengths, 2 opportunities, 2 weaknesses, and 2 threats, so that we have a feel, no? Para lang masubukan natin, no? Yung mag-environmental scanning sa ating mga institutions, no? At dahil medyo shortcutin natin ito, let's designate 5 minutes only for this. So 2 strengths, 2 opportunities, 2 weaknesses, and 2 threats in the SWOT matrix. Okay, so 5 minutes only. And the 5 minutes, let's start it now.
What you been running? Oh, you keep me coming for ya. I'm hurting, baby. I'm broken down. I need your loving, loving. I need it now. When I'm without you, I'm something weak. You got me begging, begging. I'm on my knees. I don't wanna be needing your love. I just wanna be deep in your love, and it's pulling me when you're away. Oh, baby, 'cause I really don't care where you are. I just wanna be there when you are, and I gotta get one little taste. Sugar, yes please, won't you come and put it down on me? I'm right here, 'cause I need little love and little sympathy. Yeah, show me good loving, make it alright. Need a little sweetness in my life. Sugar, yes please, won't you come and put it down on me? My broken pieces, you pick them up. Don't leave me hanging, hanging, come give me some. When I'm without you, I'm so insecure. You are the one thing I'm living for. I don't wanna be needing your love, I just wanna be deep in your love, and it's killing me when you're away. Oh baby, 'cause I really don't care where you are. I just wanna be there when you are, and I gotta get one little taste. Sugar, yes please, won't you come and put it down on me? I'm right here, 'cause I need little love and little sympathy. Yeah, show me good loving, make it alright. Need a little sweetness in my life. Sugar, sugar, yes please, won't you come and put it down on me? I want that red velvet, I want that sugar sweet. Don't let nobody touch it unless it's somebody's me. I gotta be in bed, there ain't no other way. 'Cause boy, you're hotter than the Southern California Bay. I don't wanna play no games, I don't gotta be afraid. Give me all the trash, no makeup on, that's my sugar. Yes please, won't you come and put it down on me? Down on me, I'm right here, 'cause I need little love and little sympathy. So baby, you show me good loving, make it alright. Need a little sweetness in my life. Sugar, sugar, yes please, won't you come and put it down on me? Down on me. Sugar, yes please, won't you?
Okay. Okay, so let's proceed now. The music stopped, and that means that the time is over. Okay, so after the SWOT matrix, no, we will now be ready to strategize. Okay, and what is a strategy? It's simply an approach used to achieve the objectives. In other words, it is a broad initiative that the organization will undertake to achieve an objective. So, i-review natin, ha? Mula sa vision at mission, we drew out certain strategy areas. So yung strategy areas natin talagang nakakonect sa vision mission. From the strategy areas, nag-designate tayo ng key result areas. So yung key result areas nakalink na naman sa ating SA, mission, and vision. From the strategy areas, gumawa tayo ng goal. Okay? At yung goal, we unpacked it, we broke it down into annual objectives. Okay. From the objectives, we now think, ano kaya yung magandang strategy para ma-achieve ko yung mga objectives ko? Remember, no? You have annual objectives. So, pag meron kang tatlong objectives, one for each year of the planning period, then you will have 3 strategies, one for each objective. Okay? What is my strategy to achieve objective 1? What is my strategy to achieve objective 2? And what is my strategy to achieve objective 3? Okay? So, ganon yung idea. There are 4 general strategy approaches that we can use, no? The first is what we call the SO strategy. Okay, ano yung SO strategy na yan, no? Okay. Remember your SWOT analysis, di ba? Okay. Di ba sa SWOT analysis, we defined our strengths, we listed our weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. We examine the SWOT matrix, no? We examine our SWOT matrix, and then we select a strength that we could use to take advantage of an opportunity. Yan. So, tingin tayo ng strength natin na na-identify na natin sa SWOT matrix, gamitin natin yung lakas na yan to take advantage of an emerging opportunity. Example, no? Example. Kung meron tayong mga tech-savvy na teachers, usually yung mga millennials to na teachers natin, di ba? Okay. At lumalabas yung mga bagong mga LMS, yung mga bagong mga innovations sa edutech, educational technology, no? Okay. The new teachers that we have, the young teachers that we have, the tech-savvy teachers that we have, they are our strengths, right? No? And when we look outside, we have identified new technologies that are emerging, new educational systems that are being offered free in the market. Oh, this is an opportunity, no? Of course, there are edutechs, no? Educational technologies that are for sale, but there are also so many educational technologies that are being offered for free. We simply have to download them or apply them, install them, and they are ours, no? It's free sharing, okay? These are opportunities that we can take advantage of. So what do? We use the strength, young tech-savvy teachers, and use them to transition ourselves to the newly available online teaching modalities. So take the strength so that we can take advantage of the opportunity. That is known as an SO strategy. And let's call that by a fancy name, no? Let's think of something good to label the strategy. Halimbawa, tech sharing and transfer. Oh, di ba? Ang gandang pakinggan, no? So, nagsimula yan sa strategy, nag-isolate tayo ng strength para ma-take advantage yung opportunity. Young tech-savvy teachers initiate the transition to newly available online teaching modalities. And then nag-isip tayo ng magandang pangalan niya, no? Tech sharing and transfer. Yeah, so mag-isip din kayo ng mga ibang mga labels, no, ibang mga pangalan ng mga strategies, no, na very catchy and very apt for you to refer to your strategies, no, your strategies. Okay. A second approach is using the strengths to neutralize threats. Okay, again, gagamitin natin ang SWOT, di ba? Ang SWOT table, ang SWOT matrix. So, merong threat para sa atin, no? Merong panganib. Paano natin i-address yung panganib na yan? Tingin tayo sa ating strengths, no? Let us select a strength, let us identify our strengths that will enable us to address the threat, no? The emerging threat. Example, having a strong ICT system to counter increasing costs of connectivity and energy. What is the threat? Nagiging mas mahal yung technologies. Nagiging mas mahal ang connectivity rates, nagiging mas mahal ang power rates, no? Okay. Pero meron tayong strength. Halimbawa, na-identify natin na isa sa mga ating strengths ay isang malakas na ICT center. Isang malakas na what do you call this? Na MIS, no? Isang malakas na technology department, no? Isang medyo magandang pagkaka-design na connectivity hub. Yan, no? So what do? We take that strength, no? And we use it to address the threat of rising prices or increasing costs, so that our faculty and our students will not be relying on external provisions, but on our internal provisions, no? And our internal departments, no? And then let's think again of a fancy name for that, no? And we call it techno-hubbing. Yeah, no, techno-hubbing. So tatanungin ng iba, ano yung techno-hubbing na yan, no? Oh, well, it's using our strength, that is our strong ICT system, so that we can counteract the increasing costs of internet and energy. Yan, no? And what is that? What kind of strategy is that? Pag tinanong nila, oh, that's an ST strategy, using our strength to address and counteract our threats. Yan, no? Then, the third strategy approach is using the strength to address weaknesses, no? SW strategy. Okay? Again, an example, young tech-savvy teachers become the core of skills upgrading and tech capacity building among less techy faculty, no? So, sinegmentize natin yung faculty natin, we saw that there is a group of faculty members who have a very difficult time adjusting to educational technology. Medyo nahihirapan silang mag-digital, no? Medyo nahihirapan silang gumamit ng mga online methods to deliver their materials, no? And to deliver it more effectively, no? And more efficiently. But we also have among our faculty young ones, no? Millennial ones, no? Tech-savvy ones, no? So why don't we use that strength of having young tech-savvy teachers correct our weakness, which is the less technologically adept faculty members? Gawa tayo isang program ng tech teaching, di ba? Gamitin natin yung ating strength para i-address yung ating weakness. Tech teaching ang magiging label natin dyan, no? And the fourth general strategy approach is using the opportunities to address weaknesses and strengthen the organization, the OW strategy. Like for example, what is an opportunity? Having strong ICT partners. May mga alumni tayo na may mga shops sa labas ng educational technology. May mga alumni tayo na mataas yung position nila sa mga tech companies, no? May mga alumni tayo na medyo okay na yung kanilang kalagayan at kaya na nilang tumulong sa atin, no? That's an opportunity. Yung weakness natin, halimbawa, kulang tayo sa tech, kulang tayo sa hardware, kulang tayo sa mga computers, no? Let's use that opportunity outside, having strong ICT partners among our alumni to address the lack of hardware and software in our school, no? So the opportunity is there. Let's use it to address a weakness. Okay? So we have four general strategy approaches, no? SO strategy, ST strategy, SW strategy, and OW strategy. Parang pinagbabangga-bangga natin, di ba? Yung ating SWOT sa ating matrix para mapalakas yung ating organizations, no? At yan ang dahilan, that is the very reason why we should address the SWOT analysis very, very carefully and come up with an honest-to-goodness SWOT analysis, no? Sometimes we do SWOT analysis simply to list down, no? And then we do not know what to do with the listings, di ba? We do not know how to relate them with one another, no? The idea there is we should have a clear understanding of where our strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats lie so that we can use each other to address the other factors, no? We can use strengths and opportunities to address weaknesses and threats, no? That is the reason why a good SWOT analysis is the key to great strategizing, no? We will be using our strengths to thwart weaknesses and threats. and we will be using opportunities to counter weaknesses and threats. No? Okay. So there. Our workshop now, therefore, will entail strategizing. We will try it out. We will try it out. No? Now remember, our former example in research, di ba? Our strategy area is ability. Our key result area is faculty development. No? Our goal is teachers become highly skilled in the employment of ICT, information and communication technology, in teaching and learning. That's our 3-year goal. And for each year, our example a while ago said that for year 1, our objective will be teachers adapt to new forms of learning management systems. For year 2, our objective will be teachers develop their own LMS, adaptable to the conditions of our high school. And for year 2, SHS teachers extend LMS expertise to other schools in the municipality or the province. Now, what will be our strategy for year 1? Well, we can suggest this, no? Tech teaching, di ba? Tech teaching. Tech-savvy teachers as the core of tech capacity building among less techy faculty. By adopting this strategy, then we will have our teachers now adapting to new forms of learning. Na yung mga tech-savvy, tinuturuan nila yung mga less tech-savvy faculty. Yan, no? For year 2, what will be our strategy? We may suggest this, no? Tech transfer. Okay? Link with alumni IT experts to develop our own LMS, no? A senior high school specific LMS, no? Yung naka-adapt talaga sa ating mga pangangailangan sa ating high school, no? And that's why many schools now, particularly among the private schools, no, they are adopting their own LMS, di ba? Hindi na sila kontento sa Google Classroom, hindi na sila kontento sa Canvas, no? Gumagawa na sila ng kanilang mga sariling LMS para mas ma-address yung mga pangangailangan at skills ng kanilang mga faculty at estudyante, no? So they are tweaking the tech, no? And it's amazing, no? How many teachers and how many institutional organizations have adapted to this kind of a system, no? Hindi na sila kontento sa isang LMS, nagde-develop na sila. At ano yung susi nila sa paggawa nito? Nakipag-connect sila sa kanilang mga alumni, no? Nakipag-connect sila sa kanilang mga graduates na may mga magagandang opportunities na ibinibigay, no? So tech transfer. And for year 3, no, the objective is to extend LMS expertise to other schools in the municipality. Ang strategy, tech export. Diba? Link with the LGU and the DepEd Division Office for LMS diffusion, no? Para makapag-extension work na tayo, ma-share na natin yung ating expertise sa ibang mga schools sa municipality or province. Okay, these are examples, of course, no? You may be able to draft and formulate and think of more interesting and more, exciting possibilities, no, for your own schools, no? We only need one resource for this, no? Inventiveness, innovation, no? And that is one resource, according to experts, that we will never run out of. We will run out of oil, di ba? Okay. Fossil fuels will run out. Metal resources will run out, no? Forests may run out, but there is only one resource which will never run out, and that is human innovation, no? And human creativity. So I am quite sure, no, that you will be able to think of more exciting, more far-reaching strategies than the ones that we presented here. Okay, and that, of course, can be exercised right now. Okay, so here is a table again, the next table in activity 5, no? So nandun na yung strategy area na pinili natin sa activity 3, di ba? So sa ating example, ability, di ba? Tapos yung KRA, choose your own KRA, no? The one you chose in activity 3, ilagay na naman natin dyan sa cell na yan, no? For us in the example, it was faculty development, di ba? And then, the goal that you set for the KRA in Activity 3, you simply copy-paste it there, no? Para ituloy natin yung series na yan. So, the strategy area that you selected already, the KRA that you chose already, the goal that you set already, as well as the objectives na nagawa na natin, di ba? Nagawa na natin ito sa last activity, yung Year 1, Year 2, and Year 3 objectives. Okay? So, i-reproduce natin dyan para yung activity natin sa strategizing na lang, no? So, if we have that objective for Year 1, what is our strategy? If we have that objective for Year 2, what is our strategy? And if we have that objective for Year 3, what is our strategy? So we will have one strategy each for our objectives. Okay? So, dahil gawa na yung columns 1, 2, and 3 at yung strategizing na lang, ang gagawin natin, 5 minutes should be enough. Okay? And the 5 minutes starts now.
You do wonderful things. Yeah, I've seen them in me. I was caught up in chains, bound to shame when you call my name. You're the one with the keys, setting captives free. And you make it all way to glorious day. No more grave. Oh my God, look what you done. Look what you done. Oh my God, look what you done. Look what you done to me. Now I praise you like a female, and I dance like no one's watching, singing. Oh my God, look what you done. Now I won't look back behind me, 'cause my past is gone and buried, singing. Oh my God, look what you done. You're the one with the keys, setting captives free. And you make it away to glorious day. You make it away, and you make it away to glorious day. No more grave. Oh my God, look what you done. Look what you done. Oh my God, look what you done. Look what you done to me. Now I praise you like a free man, and I dance like no one's watching, singing. Oh my God, look what you done. Now I won't look back behind me, 'cause Freedom feels good to me. Freedom is everything. Freedom is what you do for me. Freedom feels good to me. Freedom is everything. Freedom is what you've done for me. Oh, freedom feels good to me.
Okay, so let us resume, no? At this point, I would like to suggest something that we might be able to do, no? Kapag tapos na natin yung uh, strategizing natin. No? We may be able to conceptualize a strategy map that looks something like this, no? So sa isang strategy area, no? Remember, kung 5 ang strategy area mo, magiging 5 yung ganito, no? Pag 3 lang yung strategy area mo na select mo for this particular planning period, di 3 rin lang. Sa ating example kasi, 5 yung ating strategy areas, no? So magiging 5 ito. But the idea is, for each strategy area, we lay out our key result area like this, no? So if we have 5 or 4 result areas, no? For the strategy area, we write it down there sa tuktok, and then we write our goals, no? We outline or we lay out our goals there. And then for each key result area, we have year 1 objective and strategy, year 2 objective and strategy, year 3 objective strategy. For KRA2, we do the same. Also for KRA3 and KRA4. Now, what will be the result? No? It will look something like a conceptual map that already expresses your key result areas, your goals, your objectives, and your strategies for the entire 3-year period. And if you put this, lay out this very, very attractively in a tarpaulin, then you may want to display this tarpaulin at the gate of your school or at the frontage of your main building, so that everybody, your stakeholders who come to visit you, the students, the faculty, the other stakeholders, local government officials, makikita nila kagad, di ba? Na nakatarpaulin na yan. And makikita nila na your school has a very clear idea of where it is going in the next 3 years, no? In the strategy period, no? In the strategic planning period. So, napakaganda na sasalubugin sila ng isang tarpaulin na nakaspecify, no? Ng inyong mga result areas, ang inyong mga goals, mga objectives, at yung strategy na in-adopt nyo, no? It boosts confidence, no? It boosts pride even, no? And it boosts a certain kind of a feeling of support, no? So pag nakita ng LGU yan, nakita ng estudyante, nakita ng parents, no? Nakita ng iba't ibang mga tao, wow, no? Andito yung strategy area na school, nandyan yung goal nila, nandyan yung specific na objectives, nandyan yung strategy. This school knows where it's going. This school knows how to get there. And, you know, baka mag-volunteer pa sila, no? Ng support for the achievement of these goals, no? So ito yung isang magandang pwede nating gawin, no? After devising our strategies, no? Ang step 5 actually is not part of the main strategic planning process kasi it's tactical planning na, no? But we can go through this, no? We can go through this so that makumpleto yung ating discussions. Okay? So I am looking at here the goals of Ma'am Marilu, no? Reduce tardiness, absenteeism, and turnover, no? And the S1S is faculty with positive attitude. That is really a strength, no? And we can never value this, no? Hindi natin malalagyan ng value yung positive attitude, yung teachers na may mga positive attitude. No? Nag-generate yan ng further goodwill, further strength, and further potentials. No? W, weakness, absenteeism. No? Yan ang isa sa mga dapat nating i-address using our S. Paano kaya? Paano natin gagamitin yung faculty na may positive attitude to address the weakness of absenteeism? Yan, no? Formulate ka ng strategy mo dyan. Then O, supportive SPTA and barangay officials, and T, challenging work environment. Uy, maganda, no? Gamitin mo yung O to address the threat. Paano mo i-harness yung tulong ng SPTA, Parents Teachers Association, and barangay officials to address challenging working environments. No? Napaka ripe with possibilities, no? Yung nagawa ni Ma'am Marilu, no? And ayun, okay, so ayun. For the tactics naman, we break down the strategies into doable things, no? Like for example, specific programs that we can implement during the year, no? Dito sa tactics natin i-apply yung SMART na characteristics, di ba? The tactics should be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. No, I love this analogy, no, to distinguish vision, mission, goals, objectives, strategies, and tactics. No, so kapag nagha-hiking tayo, nag-mountain hiking tayo, yung pinakamalayong horizon, pero mararating din natin later is the vision. Yung trek mismo, yung hike, yung pag-hike mismo, that is what we do to get to the vision, di ba? So we walk, we trek, no? We hike, that is our mission. The peaks are our goals, no? Okay, yung first peak, yung second peak, no? Yan ang goal natin, no? The camps where we set up certain resting places are our objectives, no? So magkakampo tayo bago tayo makarating sa peak. Magpi-peak to peak tayo bago tayo makarating sa horizon, no? Doon sa target, no? The path we will take is the strategy, no? Ito ba na path ang kukunin natin papunta sa camp na yon? O ito bang path na ito? No, there are many paths to take. We select, no? And how we blaze the trail will be our tactics. The specific things that we do, kick away that stone at the front, no? Medyo tanggalan mo ng weeds yung ano, tapos i-clear mo yung daan. That is how we blaze the trail, and that will be our tactics. Okay, this is where KPIs will be of use, no? This will be where KPIs will come in, no? A key performance indicator is a set of quantifiable measures that we use to gauge or assess our performance over time, no? We call them metrics. Why? Because we use them to measure our progress, no, in achieving our strategic and operational goals. And also, of course, no, to compare our finances and performance against other organizations, no? This is the applicable table, okay? So I will illustrate it only. It is provided in your toolkit. You may want to work on it later on. But this is how we fill it up, no? Andyan na yung ating ability na strategy area. Ituloy lang natin yan, no? Faculty development is our KRA. Our goal is that teachers become highly skilled in deployment of ICT in teaching and learning. Year 1 objective natin, teachers adapt to new forms of learning management system. And year 1 strategy natin, tech teaching. How do we implement the strategy of tech teaching? Yan ang tactical planning, di ba? So sa bawat strategy, meron kang tactics. Example, para sa year 1 strategy natin na tech teaching, first we segment our faculty according to their technological skills. We will refer to that as faculty tech segmentation. Then we will do a syllabus or module designing for tech capacity building. And then we will now go with our workshops. We will now conduct our computer skills enhancement seminar workshops. No? Then we put a person in charge of it. No? The accountability. Who will be in charge of tech segmentation? The learning area coordinator for ComSci or the department head for ComSci. Who will be accountable for syllabus and module design? Same person, learning area coordinator, ComSci. It may be another person, but here in our example, we will designate LAC ComSci. And who will be accountable for the conduct of the seminar workshops? The faculty tech teaching lead. No? So we will designate a lead faculty, yung kumbaga team leader, no, doon sa seminar workshops na yan. What will be our key performance indicator? No? Ano ang magpapakita sa atin na nakamit natin o nagawa natin yung performance na yan? Meron ng faculty segments na na-form. Okay, the moment we form faculty segments, that is the indicator that we have performed the tactical activity. Okay, and target natin, more specific. 35 faculty will be divided into 5 clusters. And we will identify 5 tech teachers for each cluster. Very specific na, di ba? No? Target date ng faculty tech segmentation. December 2, meron na tayong segments. Meron na tayong 5 clusters. At meron na tayong 5 tech teachers. Yan, no? Definite na, di ba? Budget, bigyan mo naman ng konting budget, no? 500 kung yun ang kaya natin, no? How about syllabus or module design? In charge niyan, si accountable person diyan, si LAC ComSci. Ang KPI mo, mga syllabus, mga module, no? Yun ang mga indicator mo na nagawa mo na yung syllabus at yung mga module. Okay, meron ng actual, no? Yun ang indicator. Ang target mo, isang 10 module syllabus na makomplete. Ang syllabus with 10 modules. Yan ang target mo sa key performance indicator. Very definite, no? Very exact, no? Target date, December 2 to 31. So 1 month para gawin yung isang syllabus na may 10 module, no? Budget, 1,000, pang merienda, pambili ng coke. Yan, no? How about the seminar workshops? Ang KPI mo, syempre yung seminar workshop, no? Yung computer skills enhancement seminar workshop, CSE, SW. Ilang workshops? Target ko 10 workshops, no? 10 workshops for the 5 clusters. Yan, no? Kailan natin gagawin yan? January 7 to 31, 2023. Yan, no? Sambuan? Yes, sambuan, 10, no? 5 to 8 in the evening. Yan, no? At online. Yan. Huwag kayong mag-alala. I-design ko yung training design niya, no? Budget, 5,000. Okay, so this is an example of a tactical plan. When you now conduct this, you may be pretty confident, you may be surely confident that you will now be able to implement your strategy for year 1 and achieve your objective for year 1. Which will make you ready for year 2 and year 3, correct? So that by the end of year 3, you will now have achieved your goal of teachers becoming highly skilled. Okay? By implementing this, of course, you will not be able to achieve your goal yet. Kasi year 1 lang ito, no? But you will be able to achieve your objective for year 1. For year 2, you have different tactical activities, accountabilities, etc. For year 3, iba na naman. Para closer and closer, year 1, year 2, year 3, to your goal you will be. Okay? So, in your toolkit, you will have something like this, no? This is your activity 6 actually, but we will reserve it as your assignment, no? In reproduce the strategy area, KRA, goal, year 1 objective, and year 1 strategy. And then formulate 3 tactical activities, then identify your accountabilities, performance indicators, targets, target dates, and estimate the budget. Now remember, this is only for year 1. For year 2 and year 3, you will have to complete that, no, in your future strategic plan. Okay? The last step actually is step 6, reality check. Now go over it, di ba? Before I continue, let me first check our chat. Our chat. Okay. And thank you very much, Ma'am Lily Beth. No, Thank you then, Ma'am Mary Ann and Ma'am Joy, no? So thank you for your comments. So this is the last step, the reality check. After writing the strategic plan, what will we do? Implement it kagad? Hindi pa, no? Let's go over it, no? And do some reality checking, no? The first thing that we do is to check if we have the resources ready. Okay? We have resources ready. Baka ang gaganda ng mga plano natin, wala pala tayong resources, no? So let's check, no? Kaya ba? In short, kung kaya, nasaan yung mga gagamitin natin, no? Okay. Next, in resources check, we check if we have the financial resources, the human resources, no? And then let's check the overall strategy, no? Yung strategy ba natin, tawag dito, hindi ba suntok sa buwan, no? Hindi ba parang, kumbaga, ang gandang pakinggan, uy, tech sharing. Pero pag tinignan mo yung detalye, kulang sa theoretical orientation o kulang sa connectivities, no? Kulang sa linking, yung mga tipong ganyan, no? And then we check our tactics, no? We check our tactics. Smart ba yung ating mga tactics talaga? We check its specificity, we check its measurability, we check its achievability, we check its realistic situationality, and then we check if it is really connected to specific calendars, no? We do a time check, no? And if this passes, then we take a look at our overall structure, no? Can we rely on the support of everybody in our school, no? Including our students, parents, other stakeholders, aside from the main actors in this strategic plan, administration, faculty, non-teaching personnel, and students. Yan, no? And after we do that, let's go over it one last time. Final overall reality check. So that we can be real. Di ba? Sabi nga nila, no? Talaga? Di ba? Are we real? Di ba? So let's do all of this, and then afterwards, we can now say that we have a strategic educational management plan. One final tip, be innovative. And that doesn't mean purchasing new equipment, no? To be innovative means to come up with new ideas, no? New methods, no? New devices, no? Innovation is also viewed as the application of better solutions, not really the acquisition of new technologies or new gadgets, no? Okay. Sometimes innovation simply consists of remixing our technologies, no? Or tweaking our relationships, no? So that we can meet our needs and targets. Okay? So, with this, no, I'm sorry I have gone beyond the time allotted to me, no? It's already 11:50. With this, I end with a quote from Pablo Picasso, the genius painter. Our goals can only be reached through the vehicle of a plan, in which we must fervently believe, paniwalaan natin, and upon which we must vigorously act. Otherwise, there is no road to success. Okay? So with that, thank you and good luck in completing your school's strategic plan. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Sir Jopo. Nakikita mo yung mga chat, sir?
Yes, ma'am. No, I'm very appreciative of the comments also, no?
Yes, ganyan po talagang mag-talk si Sir Jopo. Very comprehensive, very easy to understand. Kung isipin natin strategic planning, parang matatakot ka na, pero pag si Sir Jopo po yung nag-deliver, kayang-kaya po nating lahat yan. May questions po ba tayo kay Sir Jopo before we end his session? You can use the raise hand icon po or in the chat box.
I'm reading the comments, though. Sir, do not be me, sir. You can be you. You can be your own
Yeah.
educational management strategies yourself. No, I'm only here to, give some ideas, give some tips, no? But you can be you, no? That's our target, no? We can all be unique planners in our own ways, no? So thank you very much po for the very generous comments.
Sir, merong raise hand si Ma'am Lilibet po. Go ahead,
Okay
Ma'am
po, Ma'am
Lilibet.
Lilibet.
Sir, if you don't mind, can you give us an idea? Kasi after year 1, we should have metrics in order for us to assess how far are we on our target before proceeding to our strategies for year 2. Can you give us a little bit technique on how are we going to do it? Para kasing napakadali pag nakikinig ako sa iyo, sir.
Kasi ano, no? Kasi very enthusiastic tayo, no? Parang okay, Ma'am Lilibet, thank you for that question, no? The question of Ma'am Lilibet focuses on metrics of assessment and evaluation, no? How do we know after year 1 if we are ready to move to year 2, no? And implement our strategies and tactics for year 2? Because definitely we cannot do that for year 2 unless we have achieved not really a complete achievement of year 1 objective, but a substantial achievement to enable us to move to year 2. The question is, how will we construct a matrix of measurement? How will we construct an evaluative instrument? Now, the key there, Ms. Lilibet, is to start from your tactics. Okay, so sa strategies mo, nag-devise ka ng tactics, di ba? The tactics should already be measurable in terms of number, finances, calendaring, and of course, level of proficiencies of the target employees, no, in that tactic, no. This is where you will base your measurement tool, right? Like for example, yung calendar. Were you able to conduct? Let's take the examples that we gave, no, for year 1. Were you able to segment your faculty into 5 clusters with different levels of computer skills? And were you able to identify 5 leads per cluster? Diba? If not, then do not move to the second tactic, no? Which is module design. No? Why? Hindi ba pwedeng pagsabayin, sir, yung module design dun sa segmentation para sabay na sila? No? Pwede naman kami gumawa ng module ng ginagawa yung segmentation. Di ba? Well, you can. No? You can. If it turns out that the segments are not far in between. Limbawa, dalawa lang yung segment mo ng faculty. Yung proficient and somewhat proficient. Diba? You can make one module for them and deliver it without much difficulty. However, if you have 5 segments with 0 proficiency, diba? Low proficiency, all the way to high proficiency, then I would advise you not to make the same module for all of the clusters. So you can only make your modules if you have identified the 5 clusters and designed some adjustments to put into the module so that the low proficiencies will be able to catch up with the high proficiencies. No? So your measurements, your metrics will be first, clustering, second, proficiency profiling, and then third, module designing and training module designing. No? This will be the basis for your metrics. And then you go to the third tactic, which is conduct of the workshops. No? Here you may want to have certain evaluation items such as not only finishing the workshop, but levels of understanding similar to what we usually dole out during seminars. No? How would you rate the speakers? How would you rate the content? How would you rate your level of satisfaction? Yung ganyan, no? Now, You can have numerical values for this, no? But personally, I would suggest a star system manner of evaluating. You know, the star system, para sa akin yun pa rin ang pinakamaganda, no? Yung, halimbawa, was the food good? Let's take that simple question. Was the food good? Then put 1 to 5 stars, no? And the evaluator will simply say 3 stars, 4 stars, or 5 stars. Yung ganyan, no? It will be easier for you to evaluate such a qualitative way of assessing rather than a numerical valuing system, no? Okay. Someone should give a medal to the one who invented the star system of evaluation, no? Because it's very easy to use, it's very instructive, and you can make certain adjustments in your next part of the program or in your next part of the strategic plan that is very, very responsive to the results of this evaluation. So I go back to the question, no? Can I give some tips on metrics design, no? Okay. First, base it on your KPIs. Second, come up with levels of achievement that will not be a perfect achievement, but which will enable you to move to the next. Otherwise, kung medyo stricto kayo doon sa level na ganito, hindi kayo makakapunta, no? Sa susunod na hakbang. Pero once you are able to designate, pag 80% achieved na ito, pwede na tayong pumunta dun sa pangalawa. That will enable you to move, no, according to your timeline, no? And third, come up with an evaluation system that is easy to use, but which will not sacrifice also your quality of assessment. The STAR system is very easy, very helpful, and very appropriate in my personal opinion. So that's my answer, Miss Lilibeth. I hope I have addressed your concern.
Thank you so much, sir. Medyo mas malinaw po ngayon. Thank you po.
Thank you.
Any more raised hands po or questions for Sir Jopo? Yung mga request po nila, Sir Jopo, yung PowerPoint, Sir Jopo already shared it with us, so we will post it. It's already posted, I suppose, in the FB group page. Pati po yung YouTube video nito. So, pwede nyo pong balikan. Nandun po yun sa FB group page natin. Any other questions po before we end the session? Hindi pa po ba tayo nagugutom? Okay, hindi pa daw po gutom. Sir Jopo, final words to our dear school heads, master teachers, and teacher administrators po with us this morning.
Yeah, I would just like to tell you that these times of us, no, yung 2022 has been a very interesting year, no. We expect 2023 to be more interesting, more challenging as we go through very rapid changes, not only in our academic environments, but also very exciting changes in the way, very exciting time, therefore, to be making long-range plans, no? And the only thing I could say is, you know, let's be very inventive. Let's be very, very aware of what is currently happening. We are teachers. We are trained to adapt ourselves in the area of imparting certain skills, certain knowledge, no? By learning what is happening outside during the next days and in preparation for the next year, we empower ourselves, okay? And that is very, very important before we can empower also our students, no? Okay? And that is something which I would like you to give very serious consideration in, no? Teaching is not only revealing or opening the eyes of other people. Teaching is enabling them to realize their potentials, no? And for them to act by themselves. And hopefully, we Filipino teachers can now finally realize our own potentials in this rapidly developing world of ours, no? So with that, thank you very much, no? Have a good, blessed Sunday ahead.
Thank you, Sir Jopo. Thank you very much. Sir, nakita mo, may mga comments pa dyan, sir. Basahin nyo na lang po yung ibang comments ng mga teachers natin.
Sure, ma'am. I will.
Okay po. Thank you, dear teachers, for very actively engaging again with our speaker for this morning, Prof. Andaya. And I hope po that this final workshop has been very helpful to everyone, especially now as we prepare to craft our own strategic plans in our own school. So I suppose pagbalik natin sa Monday, very energized and very excited tayong magtrabaho at hindi na tayo matatakot sa task of crafting our strategic plan, because we know that it is workable and it's doable with the help of our colleagues. So kayang-kaya po natin silang i-guide just as Sir Jopo has guided us this morning. So few announcements lang po before we end our session. Of course, our assessment tool. So yung assessment tool po natin, yun po yung Word file that you have downloaded and answered since Friday. So yung assessment 4 po, any output po from the activities that you did this morning, yun na lang po yung i-attach nyo doon sa ating assessment tool for session 4. There is also an evaluation tool, Google Form po yun. Basahin nyo po mabuti yung instruction, 1 to 5 po yung rating, 5 po yung pinaka mataas. So tignan nyo po mabuti, basahin po yung instruction before answering po and submitting. Attendance, of course, for the 4 sessions. Your attendance links are up on our FB group page. Yung assessment tool po natin will be submitted through a submission bin. Meron pong submission bin nandun sa FB group page natin. Huwag niyo pong i-email or huwag niyo pong isesend sa Messenger. Doon lamang po tayo magsasubmit. Save it as a PDF document and then submit po. I-drag niyo lang po sa ating submission bin. Due po yan tomorrow. Kasi po, alam natin, Sunday, marami pa po tayong labada, mamamalengke, and we'll go to church and do whatever errands we have for Sundays. Tapusin po natin muna yung mga yon hanggang Monday po ng 5 p.m. ang ating submission. Yung pong request natin kanina regarding Sir Jopo's presentation this morning, nandun po yon sa ating FB group page. Naka-PDF na po siya. You can download it and save it. Yung mga video po of all our sessions are there as well. Yung mga live stream po na YouTube, session 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all there. Kung gusto niyo pong balikan anytime po, pwede niyong balikan. On behalf of i.LEAD, I would like to thank our dear teachers, those who are individually registered, of course, and those who have been sent by their respective division offices, our partners, SDO of Santa Rosa, SDO Mati, and SDO of Manila. Thank you very much po. And we hope to see you again in our future activities. Maraming salamat po. God bless everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Thank you so much po, i.LEAD.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Thank you very much po. Salamat po.
Thank you po.
Thank you so much.
Thank you po.
Salamat po ng
SDO Manila.
Thank you po. Thank you. Thank you po.
Salamat you. God bless everyone.
Bye. Thank you po.
Konnichiwa.
Salamat. Salamat.
Salamat po.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.